Yo, what up, Task Fam? Task Fam? Let me just adjust this. Yo, what's going on, guys? If you're catching the replay, welcome to 424 Recording Live, and we're just going to get started here in a minute. Jay is over. He's just outside taking a quick break. Capro's over there trying to get to the bamboo plant. You can probably hear him. Let me make sure that this is on. Yep. So I got a new setup here. I just need to test something out really quickly, and then I might play a couple tunes if Jay doesn't come back in time, but otherwise we'll just hit it. We'll do it to it. Yeah, so I was messing around with this all day, and, well, not all day. Primary stream, we're not receiving data. Uh-oh. Sure your connection is fast enough. What? I don't know what that's all about. Okay, well, I'm just gonna get this going. Let's see here. Why is this? Hold on, I gotta refresh this. I don't even know if to manage the stream. Okay. Events. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm just checking this out really quickly. I have this weird setup right now. I'm kind of doing something different here. Jay's here. Yeah, okay. I think we're good to go here.
Why are you in headphones?
Well, I'm monitoring the audio.
Yeah.
This is weird.
On delay, so it's weird to talk.
Well, no, that's why I have the headphones in, so it doesn't. You don't hear that coming through, right?
No.
Yo, what's up, Dennis? How you doing? And Will came through. Hey, Will. Yeah, we got the new late show. Yeah, we're chilling, man. Big chilling. Sorry, this is weird. I just wanted to have this up so I could check the audio. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, I guess we'll just get right into it, right?
Yeah.
We're here now. But yeah, we got the new setup. I borrowed this desk from Tim, the person that I borrow everything from. So that's awesome. We're using this C414, which is probably overkill, but just trying to bump things up a lot. Well, a little bit, at least in terms of the quality. Using my phone, monitoring it on here. And then, ironically enough, I was messing around with the 424. I've been talking with that about Jay for a while, and I think I mentioned to some guys on the channel and in the live streams that we're going to try to use this as a mixer to go into the phone. But I don't know if it's like, I was going to ask Jay about this, but I got this cable that's
There he is.
I got this cable that was XLR to RCA mono, and it is noisy as hell. And I don't know if it's the cable or if the cable's busted or what. But oh my god, look, we got the whole crew. The whole crew's here.
Yeah.
Calvin loves this. Capro loves it. What's up, buddy?
I'm trying to find the fucking stream.
It's 1 a.m. here, so I have to go to sleep now. Oh, okay, Dennis. Thank you for coming through, Dennis. It's good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping through. And I'll peep you on email or something, and we actually got this. I wanted to show this off really quick, Dennis, while you're here. Not quite multi-track cassette, but it's multi-track tape. We've got the Fostex Model 80 back there. David sent one to the channel, and we're going to be doing some videos fixing it up and hopefully recording on it and doing some comparison videos to multi-track, to the 424 or multi-track cassette tapes, or multi-track cassette recorders. Sorry, I'm like, gotta get back into the streaming habit. Thanks, Dennis. We'll see you next time, my friend. Have a good night. Make sure if you can't sleep, come back. But yeah, so I was trying to do this. I don't know if I told you, Jay. I think I did. I was trying to use the 424 as a mixer and to go right to my iPhone. I got this like thing. Oh wait, it's not even plugged in. Wait, am I like completely tripping here? Oh my god. Dude, this is the audio from the phone. It's not even this. This is embarrassing.
I think maybe make sure you're.
No, dude, I didn't plug this in here.
No, I know. I'm saying.
So wherever that was.
Yeah, about halfway.
Oh man. Well, let's see if that. You guys will have to let us know if there's a noticeable bump in the audio. It might not even be worth it to do it, but. Oh man, we got like this amazing echo going on right now. Yeah, we got the 8-track R2R back there, so.
Yeah.
Guys, so
1/4-inch Fostex Model 80 8-track.
yeah, Jay's been actually testing it out just now, and it's looking like it's gonna need a little bit of work, maybe a belt or something. I actually just unboxed it. I made an unboxing video that's coming out on Friday, so you guys are getting a sneak peek right now on what's going to be coming up on the channel. But we're going to be moving into some reel-to-reel material soon. David had a vision for some comparison videos, and he said, you know, I'd like to see some good reel-to-reel videos on YouTube, so I'm going to send this to you guys from the channel. Hopefully you guys can do a little series fixing it up, a little series recording with it. So, what
you doing, brother?
Exciting times. And ironically enough, you also got a Tascam 38.
Yeah, we've been talking about that on the live stream.
That's awesome.
While you were going.
Oh yeah, I gotta catch up on those.
Yeah, they're for shit. But the more the leaves fill out, the worse the service
the reception's getting over there. Yeah.
So
I've been trying, like, I don't know. I ordered that adapter thing for the mic, you know, just to see if it would work, and it was like a $10, $8 thing, which is not bad. But I think it's pretty good right now. We shouldn't have any issues here. Yeah, I'll have to. Did you ever try doing the hotspot thing?
it wouldn't do me any good because it's not enough service to make a difference.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad right now. Yeah.
So I'm back from vacation. I guess a bunch of you guys were checking out Jay's live stream while I was away. So
some of them, yeah.
Thanks for coming through on Jay's stream. I got to catch up on that and see what I missed. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped about the R2R2, Will. It's going to be pretty awesome, I think. Jay was just diagnosing some of the issues with it, though.
Actually, though, like the thing I thought was going on with the supply reel, if you watch, if that belt was going bad, it wouldn't rewind on that reel.
Oh.
I got a hell of a time stopping that. So, I think it's probably fine. It just supplies weird.
Yeah, because on playback, yeah, see, it's like slowing down. You probably can't see it, but...
Well, it shouldn't...
Or maybe it's like regulating.
Well, what happens is when you first kick it in, it spins up like crazy. They all do that. It's just sort of to get it all up to speed and even out the tension across the head or heads. But it seems like it's pretty good if you let it run, actually. I mean, it'll spin up and take whatever it needs to take.
You think it would act differently once we get some tape on there?
Yeah, I suspect with some preload on that, it'd probably be a different game.
Cool.
But
yeah, so we're just been running this thing through its paces a little bit.
As much as you can without.
Right, we don't have
without reels.
But yeah, I gotta order those up soon and
yeah, I would really look
get some
like
cash.
We're
gonna get going on this thing, man. This is gonna be sick. I mean, yeah, it just looks like it needs a little cleaning, and then you're gonna, I guess, go over this stuff, like go over it a little bit, or what do you think? Or like, you think it'll?
You're gonna go over it. You're making.
Well, yeah,
videos,
I know, but I'm nervous, man.
Why?
Because I don't know anything about it.
It's just a big fucking giant, fat ass version of the cassette stuff you're always messing with. I know so.
All right, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better.
Like I said, you gotta take all the rollers and shit apart and clean them up good. Make sure that they're moving like they should. And they all seem to move already, so you really just
The
got
nylon part you're talking about?
Yeah, the nylon. You'll take this rubber one will come out.
So like, but
These all literally just on thread, and there'll be a little hub behind it that the shit slides onto.
oh
So,
yeah, cool.
and
So like
pull that off.
Oh, sweet.
You know.
Okay.
And this is.
So what do I need for that? Rubber cleaner?
I would use whatever. What you call it? Tascam or Fostex or whatever used or recommended.
Oh yeah, it's in the manual.
In your 424 manual, for instance, you have they list like a rubber tire
Rubber,
cleaner for
yeah.
the pinch roller. I would use the same shit.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, I mean, it seems like as long we just got to once I get some tape for it, clean it up.
Yeah.
It's looking promising, David. So I don't know if David's hanging out today. Maybe we'll have to send him an email or send him a link to this. But yeah, I figured this would be a good way to test this thing out. And I'm glad that Jay's was able to diagnose what he diagnosed because, like I said, I know nothing about it. And it's awesome. I'm really excited.
I'm pulling up the
manual.
Nope. The RTM 1/4-inch tape.
Yo, Matt, what's going on? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, he recommended explicit.com, I think. I don't know if you guys have heard of that for tape stuff.
I would use the RTM 468. That's a 7-inch reel though.
Yeah, because Dave was saying that company, if I give him a shout out, or if I call them up,
yeah,
they could recommend like what, well, I don't know, like the tape and the reels and stuff they got. You said they got plastic reels, I think. I'm not really sure.
Well, the plastic reels are what goes with this style setup. What I'm trying to see is if there's a so trident reel.
Yeah, Capro's big chillin' over there. I should probably try to turn it so that he's more in the shot.
RTM Pyro 1/4-inch 10.5-inch plastic trident reels. That's what you need for this, Mike. This is 3 reels for $180, but
3 reels, okay. That's like the reel that you're recommending. I'm gonna shut this off in here.
Well, you really want the SM 468 tape. 468 is the lower bias, which is what you want for these machines. I mean, if you go like here's 7-inch plastic reels, but you only get 1,200 feet on that. 1,200 feet, 12 inches to a foot, divided by 7.5 inches per second. Yeah, it's like a 13-minute tape.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
that's kind of like with the 4 tracks too.
If it'll fit if you can fit 10.5-inch reels on that, I would, because you'll get 33 minutes out of it then.
So what's going to dictate whether those will fit or not?
Well, really what dictates whether or not they'll fit is the space from here, from the center of the hub out to the perimeter. I don't know what that spacing is. You don't want the reel to touch anything,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I'll see what they recommend. I'll see what the manual recommends.
And the counter still works, look.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's sick. I've never been so excited about numbers ascending before. How it goes back.
Yes, you can scrub it and figure out where you are.
Well, the next thing I need to figure out too is the mixer, because I should test out those meters, right?
How do you mean?
Well, it's gonna need like in order to record stuff with it, I'll need to get like this isn't, I think it's RCA ins and outs.
It is.
So I'll need to get like a mixer for that.
Is there a standalone mode in your Apollo?
Maybe, yeah.
How many outputs does the Apollo have?
I think it only has 4. Oh no, it should have 8.
Should have 8. I don't know which one you have, but
It only has 4 inputs. It should have 8 though, yeah.
it's only got 4 inputs?
Yeah. Oh no, it's sorry. It has 4 XLR inputs and then 4 quarter-inch.
Quarters. So if you can run that in standalone mode, you should be able to use it as the front end for this.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. You'll have to control your levels somehow. I'm not sure exactly how that thing's set up to do it, but
So how will it hook up like the RCA's in the back?
cables out of the back of that thing.
So it would just
Tip
be
sleeve to RCA.
cool.
And then you have to watch your levels because you're going to be
gonna be
running
2.
plus. You'll be running +4 out of that thing, and this thing's looking for -10.
Right.
So that interface is theoretically too hot for this machine. But
Have to be careful.
you're not going to hurt anything. You just clip the fuck out of the tape and saturate the hell out of it.
Oh, maybe we'll make a Fostex preamp then.
I don't know
It
about
sounds
that.
good.
I mean, all the meters register
Yeah.
in some weird way.
In some weird way, yeah.
The other thing you can do is send a
test tone.
test tone out of your interface and just go channel by channel and make sure that it responds.
Well, shit, we could do that now with the.
Yeah, I mean it's easy enough. You just need to arm the. Each one of these is the record arm.
Oh, cool.
So if you wanted to arm all 8 tracks to track a drum kit, that's engaged. So then you go in here and go. And now theoretically it's recording if it had tape.
Nice.
Now you're.
And that's also
Same,
like
yeah.
so it's like similar on the 4-track where you
Yep. Same shit.
Yeah. Yo, Mr. Nano, what's going on?
It's the identical.
Thanks. Yeah, the Fostex is a beauty. Thank you. Yeah, David sent this one. Yo, I think we could probably do the test tone right now.
You got to run it out of your computer somehow.
Well, I got that.
Oh yeah, do it with that. You have an RCA cable? I'm sure you do.
I don't know if I have RCA to RCA.
You got RCA to quarter?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
So what's good, Task family? Nice to not be looking at me on the playback in 4-bit mode.
Oh, yeah, this will be. I'll have to go. I have one behind the machine over there. Yeah, if you're just joining us, we're about to do some test tones with this Fostex that David sent.
You know what's
See
funny?
if we can get anything working over here. What's up?
I constantly tell people not to fuck with me on Wednesday nights because I'm on the live stream.
And that's always when people.
Yeah, like, hey dude, what you doing? I'm on the live stream. Oh, for what? For fuck you. How about that? Because that's why.
Dude, you know what's funny too? I was just thinking about this. Of all the times I've done the stream with my phone, nobody's luckily called me.
Oh, I was getting texts.
I guess I'm not that popular, but
Last week.
I think that's good.
Where are you running to?
I'm gonna pull this one out.
Okay.
This is like what I use to hook up my
What is this?
4-track. This is the one,
Okay.
and then this is.
Yeah, so all we got to do is take our output. It'll be on the gray lead.
Check
Very
your
simple.
cables. That's right. Yeah, so we got the CT100. That's the one I did that video on.
Yeah.
Cool thing. This little guy.
So-
We're gonna run some test tones with it.
Oh, this has noise reduction built in actually too.
Oh, cool.
So in-out switch on the back, and also has punch switch slots and accessory remote
Whoa.
connections. So track
Maybe some
one,
videos coming up.
track one if we're lucky. Fucker.
Oh. So it looks like some of the lights are a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like there's some funky something going on there.
So we're getting like 1 to 1 right now. -1 to 1 only lighting up, but.
Yeah, it's not really. It should go way hot when I kick that into +4.
Oh, that one's like way.
Yeah, that's wonky
That's
as hell.
weird.
There's definitely some electronic repair to be done there.
You think that's something you could figure out?
It's probably a cap job and stuff, I think.
Cool. Yeah, we're just testing these meters out. Oh yeah, 4 is all a little wonky. The meters are kind of wonky, but at least they're getting some kind of signal.
Well, what's weird is it shows up like
Cascading.
shows up all over the place, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is on 3 right now?
It's on 3 right now.
Weird.
So there's something not quite running like it should be.
Oh shit, there's... yeah.
So there's no way that should be pinning out on 4. Yeah, so there's definitely going to be some electronic repair to do here.
Now, do you think it's just the meters, or do you think that's going to affect the recording?
Probably to do with the input board.
Because, like, do you think you could still record with it, hypothetically?
You got no way to meter what you're doing, though.
Right.
So as soon
I mean,
as
like, this shouldn't be affecting the record function.
Well, it might or might not. Depends.
Oh, yeah, this is like...
It's cross-talking big time.
Huh.
Bad caps or something in the bus architecture of it.
Yes, I don't know.
It doesn't even show up on 8.
Yeah, so we're basically running the same test tone through each one of the tracks. And that's what you're seeing lighting up here, if you can see that on the meters. And they're pretty sporadic and not quite playing too nicely, so looks like we got some things to fix here.
Yeah, it's very weird.
That one seems to work the best.
Yeah, except I'm plugged into 8 right now.
Oh.
So 7 works the best when you're plugged
It's
into 8.
Okay. All these machines are quirky. They're just quirky.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about the age, this thing's probably from the early 80s or so.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that was
Probably not ever had anything done to it. So, there you go.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know what the story was. We'll have to get more info from David. He said he got a good deal on it. He sent it through Reverb. Must have found it on Reverb or something. I don't know. I don't know what the description was. He said maybe it'll work right out of the box. You're probably going to need some work to it, but I guess we'll have to crack this thing open and see what it's looking like, right?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I'm going to have to crack the case.
Crack the case on this one. Matt said, you're like me, my phone never rings unless from solicitors. Yeah, that's the same. That's actually very true. I just got a call from Crookston, Minnesota, and
Where's that?
I don't know, and I don't know anybody in Crookston, Minnesota, so you tell me. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna check the audio again. I feel like a doctor with these little headphones. Yo, Coop, what's going on?
Yo.
Yeah. So we got a new setup, Coop. I hope you dig it. Let us know what you think. Okay, yeah, the audio sounds good still. Yeah, so I was telling some of you guys, yeah, Crookstown, Minnesota. That's ironic for where solicitors would be calling you from. For sure. Yeah, we're just testing this thing out, Coop. We got a Fostex Model 80 right here. We're just going through some of the meters and just trying to diagnose what's going on with it.
If you double push record, it makes input monitor blink.
Jay's just trying to figure out what's going on with this thing right now. David sent it to the channel. Well, he wants to see some videos comparing 4-track recording and reel-to-reel recording, and he wants to see some videos seeing if we could try to get this thing up and running. So, challenge accepted, David. So this is our preliminary test of what's going on with this machine, or Jay's preliminary test, rather. The doctor is in. But yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Coop, I gotta send that track to you, man, for the comp. Audio's on point. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just testing it out. This setup. I borrowed this table from Tim, which is funny because I borrow everything from him. And thank you, Tim. And right now, I was telling some of you guys, you can kind of see it in the picture right here. The edge of my 424. I was trying to hook up the audio to go from the 424 into the phone so we could use the mixer. But I was asking Jay before, I got this cable, it's like a XLR to RCA, male to male, I think. And it's super fucking noisy. I don't know if is it just like because it's unbalanced or it's balanced to unbalanced? Or could the cable just be bad? Cable tested out okay with the CT100, so I don't know.
Did you check that XLR connector and make sure that there's not DC voltage coming out of your phone?
I did not.
Because those little headsets have an electric condenser in them. There's usually like 5 volts on the on the audio out, which might be why that's noisy. It's backfeeding DC voltage to the 4-track.
With this, it's not really noisy though. With just because right now I just have the condenser going into the R tube, out to the phone input.
Is that transformer balanced output though?
I think it is, yeah.
If it's transformer balanced, then it would be nulled.
Yeah, that's because like I noticed a huge difference just going from the art from the 424, and I was even trying to do some a mic like a directly in, and just didn't have enough oomph, like a dynamic. I mean, it was loud, but it was like wouldn't be good enough. Wouldn't be good for our purposes here. I feel like.
Yeah, well, that's looking for a small electric condenser, which, like I said, is what's built into your headphones.
Yeah. Yeah, these are just. I'm not even like listening to anything right now. It's funny. I'm just kind of monitoring the sound. Sounds good. Yeah. I don't know. I was listening back to some of the other videos we did, and there's just a lot of this room. I guess has a lot of reverb, a lot of room reverb, and then I
don't know. I've watched a couple. I didn't think they were too echoey really.
Maybe I'm just getting like hypercritical of it.
Nah.
No, you know. But so yeah. I'm glad that this seems working out. I mean, I thought it'd be really cool to get the 424 in the live stream and using that, but until I can figure out that, like Jay was saying, there may be some voltage coming off the phone. So I don't know. This seems to work. We got David Letterman hookup, and I don't know. It seems all right. But yeah, I don't know. Tim's table seems cool. I'm just trying to. I wanted to like. Since I haven't been here for 2 weeks, I left you guys. I wanted to kind of like try to come back with bang, and set up some different stuff. I was thinking a lot about the stream while I was on vacation, and just like, ways of getting, up in the sound, making sure the video's better. I went through so many amalgamations of like cameras and the laptop camera, the other camera we had, and I was like. The phone just works the best. I think it looks the best, and it seems to be the most stable. So I've been watching a lot of other streams too, like music channel streams and people's stuff, and I think everybody suffers from just stuff dropping out. I think that's just like par for the course. Unless you're like a dedicated gaming streamer that has a separate computer for your streams, like I think that's just gonna happen. But it feels good to be back. And Jay, thank you so much for taking over the helm while I was having fun out there. And I would have, it was good. It was a good breath of fresh air. So, but yeah, we're back. So, and we're more David Letterman than ever. So, what do we got coming through? Jeb's coming through. What's up, John? Everything's going well on this side of the fam.
Wrench for Jeb.
Oh, Jeb doesn't have a wrench?
Nope.
I thought he had one.
Did have.
Add moderator. That's weird. All right, Jeb, you got the wrench, man. What? I can't believe that. I thought for sure you were already a wrencher. So, wait, what did it? Oh wait, sorry, Mr. Nano was saying something here. Wait, sorry, I'm gonna go back. You're saying, can I send some waves? Yeah, send them away. I think you can send them through Google Drive. You just have to make sure when you send them to
Yeah.
anyone with link, make sure you put edit because I think certain ways, like if you send it, it doesn't. I won't be able to download it. I'm guessing. I'm assuming you're sending them to me. I don't know. Um. Oh, you're talking to Coop. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Nano made some songs with the Porta O2.
Oh, nice, nice. Somebody was emailing me recently about the Porto 2 and like oh no, I was talking to them on Reddit. It was so like the Porto 2 for anyone interested is I guess he had the adapter was like reverse polarity. Basically, he needed like a negative one, I think, and he was using a positive one. So he's asking me, "Oh, did I like blow this thing up? Did I?"
Probably.
It works fine. He got the right
Yeah.
one. So I was wondering. That was a question for you, actually. Like, do you think they have any kind of like protection built into them for that?
Probably has the same protection built into it that like Boss pedals have. It's got some nice diodes in there that you'll smoke up immediately if you plug it in wrong.
Yeah. So he said all systems go for now, but make sure you use the right polarity adapters
Yeah.
for your stuff because I think he was like, "Am I just an idiot or am I a lucky idiot?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like, I really don't know enough about it, but
I'm pretty sure the Porta O2 runs a positive center, doesn't it?
I think so." I think he had the opposite, whichever one that
He
run,
probably had a Boss style adapter he was trying to use, which is a
Yeah.
negative center pin.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, like you're lucky that
Yeah. Although the 414 runs on a Boss style adapter.
right. That's what's funny. Yeah.
So by the time they got into better models, they had thought ahead and, whatever. Although the 414 is supposed to be a 12 volt adapter, though it does run fine on 9.
Oh, really?
The one I loaned you with the adapter and shit, that's a 9 volt adapter,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
not the 12 that it would have come with.
Do you need that one back, by the way?
Not at any point,
Okay.
really.
Um,
Especially now that Reel to Reel's in the picture, I don't know.
yeah, Dropbox it.
What's good, Oda? Got a new one.
Yo,
Hey, just
Oda.
found your channel. It's been lots of help. Thanks.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for coming to the stream. Welcome to the Task Fam. Jeb just got his wrench. There was a question here. How was vacation? It was awesome. I put up a vid with some of the videos I took there. I just brought my phone and was like shooting stuff, and these phones were great with the cameras. Like, we were wondering whether I should bring the the shoot one I used for the stream or like the videos, and I think it was just been overkill. It worked out fine, but yes, I put up a couple videos of it, and it was awesome. We went to Utah and we're bumming around some of the national parks out there, Grand Canyon, Bryce, and Zion. It was really cool. Desert's awesome. Do you like the desert?
It's hot there.
How did I know?
It's hot there. I don't like it when it's hot places.
Well, it's like it is hot. Yeah, I like it because it's not humid though, so it's like kind of that dry heat. There's something about it, like especially at night, it's really nice.
That is the biggest crock of shit you'll
No,
ever
it's
hear from people who travel to the fucking
That is a
Southwest.
cliche. That is a kind of a
It
cliche.
is such bullshit.
It's
like,
dry.
yeah,
It's dry
It's
heat.
fucking dry heat. Yeah, but it's still 130 degrees. I don't care. Like 130 degrees is still hot as balls.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no,
true. It's the desert. It's the desert, man.
Now full humidity and 85 feels really hot, but 130 with no humidity is still
That's still really hot.
really hot.
This was like 80, no humidity. It was nice.
Yeah, I don't know. 80's still too warm for me.
It is. I feel like 80 here, like in New York.
65 to 72.
Yeah, that's where I'm
my
at.
comfort
That's
level.
where I'm at with New York too.
When we used to have spring, I used to love that.
Yeah.
Now we
Whatever
don't have
happened to
spring
that?
anymore. I'm not sure. I
It's
think
like-
they canceled it.
It's like winter,
Cancel it.
summer.
Yep. But they play back and forth a little bit. Like it'll snow and then it's like 80 degrees. And then it'll snow and then it's like 90 degrees and everything turns green
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. That's what
And then we're
happens.
into summer.
Yeah.
Yep, that's spring.
It's funny how we don't have spring anymore. Fall
Weird.
still exists for now.
But fall kind of does the same thing. It's like hot
It
as
does.
shit, hot as shit, hot as shit. And then the leaves turn and everything drops and then it's winter again.
Yeah.
You get like 3 or 4 good weeks of fall, I feel like, where it's not hot anymore,
Yeah.
but it's not snowing yet.
Yeah. And then there's like that peak like foliage week or like weekend, and then it's like you look outside, if there's like a storm, and all the leaves are down.
Yep.
It's like we had a pretty good fall this year. I was pretty. I mean, I was inspired to write "Fall Forever," so that was cool.
The only problem with the fall here is that you get all those fuckhead leaf peepers that
Yeah.
drive up and down and around from every goddamn place
Yeah.
and clog up all the roads.
Well, you were saying like Main Street in New Paltz today was like bumping. Which
Yeah, I have no idea why.
usually Fridays it's like trying to go up and down Main Street. It's like
It was fucking crazy.
yeah, there must be some event or something at Mohawk. But yeah, that's what the thing is. Like New Paltz is like as a small town, it's starting to get more and more. I'm sure you know, experience up in Saugerties, but it's like more and more people coming through, more people on the weekends, especially when it gets nice averages here. And like,
Saugerties actually wasn't that bad until they added some. They changed the traffic lights in the village. They put new traffic lights in.
is it better or worse?
No, it's worse.
Oh,
Because now the traffic lights have longer delay. And
so you have to like sit longer. I got this new Surmiser shirt, by the way, from Jay.
some of the directions
Fucking dope.
have a longer lasting green light than others,
Yeah.
which is bullshit. And yeah, between the train stopping you from getting into town and then all the lights and the updated timing of the lights
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
The issue with New Paltz is like, it's literally one lane each way, and it's just
Most of Saugerties like that too.
it's like for some reason the traffic here there was like insane.
Because college,
Yeah.
especially right now, that's probably what all the traffic is. Because college
Actually, that's
just
true.
ended.
It's like congratulations,
Well, it's probably like parents coming to pick up kids and
people
whatever.
moving out. Yeah. Well, that's what's cool, man. New Paltz in the summer when all that stuff quiets down.
Yeah,
In the winter, it's a cool place to be because then all the kids are gone. It's just the townies hanging out, doing townie stuff, and it's pretty chilled out. So it's one of my favorite times of year.
Coop, those Surmiser shirts are $10.
Yeah.
Plus a couple bucks to ship them if you're
Yeah,
into
I'll hit up the link here. Operation. Just email you, Jay.
it. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, this is like a dope shirt. This might be my favorite band shirt ever.
We have some smalls. We have, I think, a large or two. We have a couple XLs and a couple 2XLs left at this point, I think.
Cool. Coop needs an XL. Yeah, that's what I got too.
All right, nice.
Oh man, I'm missing so many comments. Vacation was great.
40 Kevin.
Oh, Kevin, what's up? Kevin's been AK40 Kevin's been hanging out on the channel. We've been talking a little bit with some comments, asking a lot of cool questions. What's going on, Kev? Thanks for coming by the live stream, my friend. We had a couple weeks off on this channel. Jay was doing some streaming on his channel. I was on vacation. We're back. Usually 7 p.m. Wednesdays is when we go live. So we're just hanging out. We were diagnosing some things on this Fostex Model 80. And just talking about some local stuff and talking about some audio stuff that we set up for the audio tonight. And we got Tim's table. So thanks, Tim. Yeah, so. Oh, I'm not used to seeing you in green. Yeah, I hung up the sweatshirt in one of the last videos. It's just getting too damn hot to wear it. I feel like last summer I wore it like all summer, but that was mainly because I was like a hermit and inside. But this year it's already like so hot out. I was just like, I'm honestly not used to not being in this sweatshirt either. It's weird for me to wear. Like I'm trying to do something new though. Jay brought the shirt over and I was like, hell yeah, put it right on. I'm working on some new stuff. Working on turning over a new leaf. But yeah. So Oda came through. What's going on? NC is so humid. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you guys down in the south, Matt, he's saying hell on earth. Jeez. 96 with oh my god.
The fucking worst place I've ever been in the summer, though, I think was like the Orlando, Florida area, like in mid-July. It's like 100 degrees and like 10,000% humidity. I went and took a shower.
You did it dry off?
And I took a shower, I dried off, got dressed, all clean clothes, getting ready to go to the venue. I went outside and had a cigarette. I came back in and had a shower again. It was like,
My
I was
God.
fucking soaked. It was disgusting.
That's disgusting.
It was really, really a fucking terrible place to be.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys
I
do it
went
down
through
there.
3 changes of clothes before that day was over. It was fucking horrible.
Oh, did you get a reel to reel? Yeah, Jeb, we got one. Otis said, "Big thanks to the other dude. I'm assuming that other dude, Jay, the wizard, for helping me fix my guitar pedal. Awesome video, big help." That must have been. Was that an EHX pedal, Oda? Because I know we did the EHX video.
Could be.
Um, yeah. Hey, Nesta, what's going on? Fall forever. Yeah, thanks for coming through. Yeah, Jay the wizard. Oh, you guys already handled that. Um, yep. Oh my God, hold on, I'm almost down to the bottom. How much are those Samarza shirts? They're $10 plus shipping. Hit up Jay.
Unless you want something bigger than an XL. The 2Xs are $1 more, and if I gotta get you a 3X or larger, then those go up quite a bit. Only because our supplies go up quite a bit.
Right.
I printed a 3X, and the 3X blank shirt was almost 3 times the money of an extra large.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's a big shirt, but it isn't that big
Where
a
do you
fucking
where are you
shirt.
getting it? Where are you sourcing the shirts from? Like
We found a wholesaler, actually,
oh cool. Like
and they're
locally?
Gildan. Huh?
Yeah, locally or
No, I think they're in Pennsylvania or somewhere like that. But they're Gildan heavyweight, 100% cotton.
yeah, these are nice, man.
No stretchy shit, nothing funky.
Came out dope. It's like super DIY, super punk. I love it.
Each one's slightly different. Some are a little more white, some are a little more gray. Manually placed the screen on each one of them and swiped them.
Oh, Matt said Mississippians can't get ahead because the heat keeps them down. I believe it.
Yeah, yeah. Mississippi was a bitch in the summertime too. That and Louisiana, Texas.
Oh, Kev said he just got an R2 preamp. Nice, man. I'm actually using mine right here. You could probably see it in the shot. I've been recording demos of demos. That's awesome. Do it up. Sorry, Jay. I didn't mean to cut off.
No, that's okay.
But the heat. Yeah, post them up on the forums. Forum's been a little quiet these days.
Coop said it costs to be tubby. Yeah, well, I've never been a small guy myself, so yeah, can sympathize.
Yeah, the forums. I think it's
The small
free.
stone, huh?
I think you do have to sign up for it though, or like just enter your email or whatever, or make a username. I'm not even really sure because I'm just like obviously a moderator on the forum. So that's probably something I should find out. But I don't know. You might be able to do a guest post if you don't want to do that stuff. Yeah, just your social security card and credit number though too. That would be awesome.
Let me get that pin too.
Oh yeah, and the security code is perfect. Yeah. Oh, it's 666. Nice.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, Oda said a small stone. Oh cool, that's awesome. Was it like a vintage one, Oda, the small stone, or that's awesome though. Yeah, Jay. I mean, that's so funny. Like that video. Yeah, because I had gotten both my brought both my EHX pedals over to Jay to have him fix them up because they were each having issues. Oh, Jay, did I tell you I sold the Clone Theory?
You did.
And I believe that it was sold to
Mark Lanigan.
Mark Lanigan.
You sure it's the same guy?
It might not be.
Where did it ship to?
Cali.
Could be.
It's like somewhere I think almost close to LA. I think.
Could be.
I think it was, but this dude from Screaming Trees, which is crazy, bought my Clone Theory on Reverb, which is
very well could be.
Yeah, maybe I'll hit him up, see if he'll do a little interview. Hey man, you bought my Clone Theory. No.
Got this kid writing to me in Facebook messengers like, "Oh, you should bring me onto that channel as a guest. I have lots of questions." Like, Why don't you jump in the live chat and ask
Yeah,
me
hell
questions?
yeah, come through. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Because I saw the name on the invoice, and I was
Yeah.
like, that looks so familiar. And then I like obviously looked them up, and I was like, oh my god, if it's the same individual. Thanks, Mark. Thanks for. I hope that clone theory serves you well.
Do I need to give you like a fucking link to this or what?
Oh man, something. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong chat. That's why this is like. I'm sorry, guys. Trying to keep up here. I'm literally dying out a shirt right now because I sweated through it while playing. Oh man, they just. Why are you wearing a shirt when you're playing drums, dude? It costs to be tubby. It costs money to be tubby. Is that because of the extra fabric that you need for the 3XLs? That's what Jay was saying. The 3XLs are a lot more. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, if a small T-shirt wouldn't cost the same as a 3XL, you know, like a small box of I don't know, potato chips doesn't cost the same as a big box of potato chips.
Although the production cost is roughly the same.
Oh right, that's true. Yeah, it can't be that big of a difference. That's just like
That's my point.
yeah.
It's like I know that like a 3X is bigger than an XL, obviously, but it's not literally 3 times bigger. It just isn't.
That's true.
It's not.
It's not.
It's like if you combine like an extra large with the fabric it takes to make a small.
Right.
Right. So I could see it maybe being like $1 or so more.
Right.
But,
right.
you know,
That's a good point. The production of it is not like what difference does it make? They're just running off a thing.
Let's really be honest. Like, where's Gildan making their shirts? Some like Indonesian sweatshop, just like everybody else. I mean, you know, so.
Well, I mean, that's the crazy part about.
It cost them pennies to make that shirt.
Right. Well, I think that's the craziest thing about like globalization, and I mean, now we're getting into some heavy shit, but we'll keep it on the minimum. But it's like, it's just crazy that we still live in a world where like these companies can mark up stuff that much.
Well, that's fucking consumerism.
I mean, I guess I know that's like economics, but like, it's just like if you could deal directly with the people there making this stuff, and pay them like I don't know, a livable wage, or like the people making the shit should be the people getting the money to make it. I think that's what's compelling to me about like, you know, I don't know, at least there's certain things that equal exchange and like coffee and things like that, but it's like why do we still exist in the system where we have to pay some big corporation to produce something in another country for cheaper so that they can make a shit ton of money, and the people on both ends of that transaction are just getting fucked because you know, the one person is doing all the work and probably not getting paid that great of a wage, and then we're overpaying the corporation to screw over the small person. I don't know. I try not to think about this stuff because it just makes me get depressed. But that's I'm gonna. You got a book note or end note for that?
I really don't.
Okay.
I mean, I don't agree with sweatshop labor or any kind of industry that doesn't have a livable wage or a code of ethics when it comes to the safety of their employees. But I also realize that, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure how to put it. It's almost like if you didn't buy that shirt to make your shirt out of, some other asshole would have bought that shirt to make that shirt out of.
Right.
They're still making that shirt whether you buy that shirt or
not. Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's right or wrong to be part of that stream and part of that flow, but regardless of whether you play the game or not, the game is still rolling.
The machine is too big at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, that doesn't make me feel necessarily justified in purchasing things that are made that way, but it unfortunately is sort of like, you know. And look at it this way: if you wanted like artisanal, you know, organic cotton shirts made, that shirt would have cost you $35.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, if you want a sustainable organic shirt and you want to spend $35 on it, I'd be happy to print one. I don't mind.
Well, that's the whole.
I'll get real milk paint that's made like OG style with lime wash and shit, and I'll screen it right up with that for you.
Nice, man.
But
so check out the artisanal option if you're interested.
They start at 35. They go up to $92.50 if you want a 4X.
Yeah, I guess that's the point, right?
Pretty much.
Yes, it's yeah. Oh, it is a vintage one. Cool, Oda.
Where the fuck did my chat go? Oh,
I'm
there
glad
it
that
is.
that worked out. Did you put like a newer type of switch in it? Like the what is the nomenclature for the new switches? It's like 2 PDDT or something.
3PDT.
3 PDT.
So what you need is a 3PDT switch. It's 3 poles, double throw. Putting an LED in it is very straightforward. If you need info on how to do that or how to wire it, um,
Well, that's what you did for the clone theory. Oh, as you're sure you've seen in the video.
yeah, nah, I'll just take the planet killing one things. Oh God, don't open the can of worms there.
um,
So yeah, no, you need the oh, twins out. Did I just miss that?
oh,
Later on, twin.
later, twin.
I'm being bad about watching this.
Yeah, I keep going to the
Oh,
wrong
Easy's
chat.
here too. Did I? How did I not?
Easy, what? I didn't even see him come
Jesus
through.
Christ.
Hey, what's
Easy,
up,
it's
Easy?
warming too because it's running through it's a 414 running through a tube MP preamp
Yeah, it's got
straight out to you.
some plate voltage.
So Oda, if you join
Thanks,
the
Easy.
forum and post in
Jay's corner.
my little corner there, I can send you pictures of or diagrams or whatever you want on
Yeah,
how to do that. But you pretty simply just have to drill a small hole in the enclosure to fit the LED itself through or an LED bezel mount through.
that's what you did for the clone theory.
That's what I did for your
Oh, and we
the,
have it in there.
yeah, the Big Muff's done
Yeah,
that way too.
cool.
I mean that
Yeah.
Big Muff actually. You
Yeah,
have a
if you wanna
Phillips
grab it.
screwdriver? I'll get it.
Yeah, dude, it's there should be one right in that small closet there.
This little
There
tiny
should be a
closet.
toolbox on the bottom. In that gray one, yeah. And there's a light. Nice. Yeah, there should be. You can. There's like.
Yeah, it's a multi-bit.
Yeah. And then yeah, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna bust out this the Big Muff that Jay put the LED in really quick for Oda. Yeah, I had to move the clone theory along. I wasn't really using it, and honestly, just needed the bread. I needed the bread, man. I needed that cheddar, so it was time to say goodbye to it. And I had gotten it. If I don't know if you, I made that video just because you can buy something doesn't mean you should. I gotta admit, I got really into clone theories because Jay is really into them. He had I think 3 of them. Or how many do you have now today? 2.
I still technically have 3.
Oh,
I
okay.
had 4.
Yeah, you had that awesome reverse logo one.
Yeah, that one sold like nothing.
That's like this one. I don't even know. I've never seen a Big Muff like this. Oda. I don't know if you
This is
have.
an odd screen print style, but
It's like a blue and red one.
so this pedal came without an LED and it wasn't true bypass. So I'm gonna take it apart and show you the guts of
It came to the right
basically
stream.
what I
Oda.
did. So if you look at it, I put the LED right there next to my thumb. You can see it.
If you need
Just
to
trying
see,
to, like,
yeah.
Get an idea.
Oh yeah, between the 2 knobs there.
Yeah, between the I don't know how far in I can
That
go.
looks good, man. You can keep going. Yeah, yeah.
So it's right there.
You can see that.
Yeah, sort of. There's quite a delay on it. So
Yeah, it's a little
anyway, you
awkward.
can see where I stuck that in there.
If you
And
want,
then-
man, turn the light.
Inside here is all. This is the.
Fucked it up.
I don't know what we're doing, but I rewired that, all new wires out to the jacks and stuff. That's the 3PDT. Basically, it's just switching
Looks good, man.
the center lug has a ground that goes back up to the central ground on the board. And in one position, on the engaged position, it's sending ground through a resistor up to the LED path through the resistor to ground. The other way, it mutes it sends the input of the pedal to ground to help silence. I think I did the input or the output, whichever. What is that? Yeah, the input to help quiet noise down when it's in bypass mode. So that's really all there is to it. It's not a complicated thing at all. There's a little jumper that does the bypass down here in the battery holster. I don't know if you can see that, but real simple. I could draw it out for you. send you a thing, but
Yeah, come through the forum. Or email it. Jay's email's up there too.
that's basically that.
Yeah, I mean that was
And if you're not comfortable drilling the box and doing all of that, you can also ship it. It would take me less than an hour to do that.
Jay is the wizard around here for a reason, Oda. Jay said that you are boss.
I'm boss.
Jay is a boss. Yeah. Yeah, easy. We got this Fostex from David. Sent one to the channel. Model 80. We're trying to, we're going to get this thing hopefully back up and running. We're testing out some of the meter functions before with the test tones.
I forgot to show you. I also put, this had no DC jack in it. So
oh, yeah.
Modified for a boss style DC jack also.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway, and this has new jacks and
new jacks.
New switch.
Yeah, the switch wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's awesome. So I'm gonna hold on to that guy because that's just, I mean.
I thought you were selling that thing. I thought that's why we just
now that we like went through this whole thing with it, I'm like, oh man, it's like, it's such a cool piece, man. It's such a cool, you know, it's like, how could you go wrong with this thing?
Jeb, the closest thing I have to a big muff is the destruction fuzz overload, and it's not really a big muff as much. There are no clipping diodes in it, but I got a whole bunch of real nasty distortions that at some point we'll make videos of and
yeah, we gotta get going.
Show you all, but
yeah, we could do video. We could do like demo videos, like the Taz fam.
Could, yeah.
Why not? Because you have a couple waiting in the waves, right? You prototyped a bunch of them, and then you have a couple in stock.
Prototype tons. I mean, what I keep are the prototypes. You can't buy the proto.
Oh, because I thought you had like a few boxes or like pedal boxes, like not boxes, but I mean like small white boxes with the pedals in them. Like don't you kind of
all prototypes?
Oh, those are the okay. I thought
all
those
prototypes.
were I thought those were like the final ones.
No, well, I mean the prototypes are all basically what the final looks like.
Yeah.
But you can't buy those.
Right.
Because those are the ones when I haven't looked at one of those pedals inside for 2 years. When I got to go build you one, I take it apart and figure out how the hell I wired that to start with.
But you have like the boards for them?
The boards are all built and populated, and they have flying leads. So really, I just get an enclosure and drill it and put the decal on the face. And
what? Oh, Matt said, yo, Mike, I'm sending you a couple things that you've been needing that I think you'll get lots of use out of. Whoa, thanks, man. I'm not telling you what, though. All right, I'll be surprised. I still got that pin kicking around, the 414 pin. That thing's sick. Oh, cassette chain project. I'm sending that out this week. I've had that thing for an ungodly amount of time. I realize that I flaked on it a bit, and I apologize to everybody who's a part of the American cassette chain project. Joel was also asking me if the European tape has made it to the States yet. I'm not sure if any of you guys can answer that question. I'm going to get on that probably tonight or tomorrow and bounce down what we have so far, add it to the Bandcamp, and then add my part to it, and then send it along. So,
yeah, let me ask you a question.
What's
Because this guy I'm talking to on Messenger is trying to figure out how to live chat in the stream.
Okay.
On your desktop, where is the live chat icon? Or in your browser window?
If you just go to the if you just like open up the video, the chat's right on the side. This is literally like where these guys are hanging out.
So Calvin, you might have to be signed in to make it work. I'm not sure. Are you signed into a YouTube account?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly,
I don't think it'll let you do it anonymous, will it?
The fam in the stream would probably. Yeah, I don't think it will. You have to have like, well, if they have, do they have like a Gmail account or something?
Well, if
or like
he says
kind of Google account.
He says he's on Android. So if you're on Android, I'm on Android too. You go to that video.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's just...
And when you go to that video, it'll load up. Right next to the thumbs up, thumbs down, there's a little icon on your YouTube
Yeah, Matt said gotta
thing
be
that
signed
says
in.
live chat. It's like a pair of, they almost look like little flag kind of things. Talk bubbles, basically.
On iPhone, it's at the bottom. Gotta be signed in, Matt says. Click on the top chat icon. Yeah, there should be. I would think that there should be a way to
I
do
think
it.
he's not even like seeing the.
Yeah, I think you do this. Oh yeah, Kevin's asking about the forum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hit new topic. I think it. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I haven't. I can check really quick, but yeah, the forum.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
what
Oda,
happened here?
you can send me the pedal if you want to. I can turn it around pretty quick. I have all parts in stock, so. Um,
You should. Jay is awesome. He, like I said,
you
he did all my mods and they're amazing.
and we can modify that pedal if you want to, or if you like it in its stock form, we can just leave it alone and just true bypass it and put an LED in it, whatever you want to do. But you should send me an email, and we can sort of talk about it from there. It's operationaudio@gmail.com.
Yeah, I'll throw
I'll
away.
do it right now.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's right. You're chilling on the chat too. Let's see here. So Kev, yeah, with the forum, just when you go to 424recording.com/forum, you'll see the forum load up. Obviously, I see that you joined. We see you on there, the latest member, AK40 Kevin. Welcome. Yeah, just pick a board that you want to start getting in on. Click on it, the orange link, and then it'll give you a bunch of threads and what we've been talking about. Just hit new topic, and then there you go. Enter a subject, enter a. You can throw in some smileys, throw in some questions, do a test post, throw in some tracks that you've done. Do it up. You can do attachments if you want, and then just hit post. I think you can preview it too. So let us know. We look forward to seeing what you come up with on there. Let's see. I keep losing the chat because I'm like, it's just another small thing to work out. It's just funny, like all this stuff. And I also figured out how to do unlisted live streams so that you guys don't have to sit through me and Jay trying to troubleshoot. That's how I figured out how to do this mic thing. I was like, had some time this
Private
morning.
streams.
Yeah. I was like doing this unlisted.
Going on
stream.
VIP.
No, this was like
Ooh.
you wouldn't want to watch this one. It was very. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got it. But yeah, I figured out. So we're not.
So this guy Calvin can't figure out where the icon is. He's not seeing it.
So weird.
Calvin, why don't you screenshot
it? Yeah,
screenshot the video.
We'll help you out,
and I'll show you where it is. We'll see if we can find it.
Or I mean, I guess they could ask you questions through your.
Yeah, messenger. I mean, I guess you can. It kind of like takes it out of the context of the stream.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Yeah, and it's like a lot of the guys in the chat know either a lot more than us or just as much, so they could also answer your questions as well if we don't see them.
I can read the. Oh, what the fuck?
I would probably send it to you. Moved. Probably won't be getting my tools back. Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. See, I'm still catching on the chat. Cool. Yeah. So just email Jay. I picked up an Art Studio V3 tube MP this week. I used it on a reverb, threw a tungsten in it, and it sounds killer. That's awesome, Matt. I'm so glad that worked out for you. Now, that's the one that has like an additional meter in it or something, right? I've seen that there's like a new version of these. Or maybe it's a concurrent version. I never, I don't know. I just got these. I got like 3 of these sitting around.
His does not show up on your with a live chat option.
That's so weird. He has the link.
He subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video, but it doesn't show a live chat. Calvin, what happens if you click the little plus sign there? Next to the arrow, to the left of the arrow, there's a plus sign.
Presets.
Does that give you a drop down for it?
Yo, that sounds cool, Matt. Presets for different instruments. So, like, what are the presets exactly? Are they volume settings? Like, what? I'm just curious. Like, that sounds interesting. It's a cool piece of gear, man. That's why I made the video about it. I really wanted to make that series. It seemed like that series got a little.
It's a playlist.
Got a little bit of shit from people. I don't think any of you guys, but there was like somebody who was just actively like thumbs downing the videos, which is pretty hilarious. Like as soon like Catface was saying like they were commenting on one of them and it was literally up for like 2 seconds or 2 minutes and it was already like somebody was just sniping like downvote sniping the videos. So hey, if you don't like them, that's cool. I don't expect everybody to like every single video, but I just wanted to make a cool series about I don't know, cool pieces of gear under 50. I mean, look, we were
Oh,
using
somebody was sniping on those videos?
somebody was sniping them, yeah, like thumbs downing them. I mean, it's not a big deal if that doesn't really make a difference. But be more constructive with your criticism. Like, what didn't you like about them? I don't know. But so yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I just feel like these are cool, man. We're using this one. We used two of the five. We're using three of the five today, right now. Right here is the MagSafe adapter. I don't know if you can see it. And then we're using the Art and the Behringer. So it's just all stuff that I don't know. I just thought stuff under $50 that I find myself using at least once a day, most
And
of
the
the time.
snark is actually present. Just
Oh yeah, the snark is on the guitar. I don't know if you can see that. That's funny. It's right here on my guitar. It's always there. Might be a little out of the shot, but yeah, that's funny. I don't even remember what the fifth one was. The Quadra through. Yeah, that's hooked up to my Digitakt right behind me too. So I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool, because I think it's sometimes you gotta get some gear, and you might as well have some cool pieces of gear that are cheap that work really well for what you need to do. And
Well, haters gonna hate anyway.
haters gonna hate, right?
Fuck 'em.
Fuck them. I just thought it was funny. Okay, so what's that link, Matt? Let's see. Sorry, I shouldn't be coughing on the stream here.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's got like a VU voicing. That's cool. I've never like messed around with those. You should do a video.
Later on, Coop.
Oh, Coop's rolling out. All right, Coop.
Oh, giant trees here.
Giant tree, what up?
Was good.
Everyone's coming through. Oh, cool, Oda. Thanks for signing up. You can hit up Jay on there too. He's got his corner of the forum, and there's a lot of cool schematics and things that these guys have been working on. So, all stuff that's way over my head. So, if you're into that kind of stuff, check out Jay's corner of the forum. Dude, I gotta get some water. You need anything, Jay?
No, I'm good. So I got a question coming in off of Facebook Messenger. Calvin wants to know what the cheapest way to record basic demo tracks is. I believe that Easy's got a line on that with that little USB interface, right? Didn't you say that was like $50 or $100 or something like that?
Oh, the RCA one?
Yeah, remember that thing?
Mm-hmm.
I forget the model now.
The Behringer one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget. I want to say something 200, but
Yeah, I feel like MA 200.
yeah, something like that. I could find it probably. I was gonna.
Oh, that thing with the degrees of compression, that tube MP you're looking at. I have the Behringer version of that, but it's fucked up.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's the identical thing.
Is that yours,
I
or did
fucked
that
it
come
up.
in as a
That's
repair? Oh, okay.
When I dropped it, like, I used to use that as front end years and years ago. That thing's probably from 2004 or 5.
Yeah.
I dropped it and it never worked right.
Behringer UCA 222. If you Google search Behringer RCA to USB, that's the one Easy recommended.
That's probably just about the cheapest.
What was the question?
He asked what the cheapest way to record basic demo tracks is.
Into the computer?
I think in general. I mean, I guess you could do it with like a...
Well, he could do it with his phone.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think like cheapest because...
Cheapest interface.
Cheapest interface, yeah.
I mean, that's sort of where my mind goes.
You still need like a computer for that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a computer. Yeah, I think 16-bit, though, is probably more than adequate for just doing demos and stuff by yourself. I mean, obviously, 24 is standard, and then beyond that is
and it's like
increasing
I feel
quality. But
right, and I feel like most of the streaming services and stuff want, they don't.
Well,
really...
you dithered to 16-bit anyway.
Right, that's what I mean. So,
yeah. But Calvin, the recommendation seems like it would be the Behringer UCA 222 It's a little USB box. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, easy.
Now he said, what's the cheapest way to record basic demo tracks to tape? One of those little desktop voice dictation cassette recorders.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way. Goodwill for about $5.
Or an old answering machine if you want like a short track.
Yeah, if you want a short track.
Because that uses the same mini tapes, right?
No, I'm talking about like the dictation,
yeah.
like doctor's office things that went on
Yeah.
a desktop like this. It had a mono little speaker in it, little shitty mic. Those actually work really good for like band practices too.
Yeah.
And I have an old boombox that we used to use the same way.
I think a bunch of Nirvana stuff was done on like a boombox like that too.
Oh yeah, a lot of
It was like early demos.
and
Yeah.
box set stuff comes off of shit
It's
like
cool. I
that.
remember listening to like Smells Like Teen Spirit of that version. It's cool.
Well, I mean, a better mic to one of those little dictation machines, if it has a mic input, then you could probably just get an adapter and use whatever. He's asking what a better mic would be for one of those machines. Some of them have a microphone input, and you could use, most of the inputs are 1/8 inch mono, so you would get an 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch female adapter, and you could plug a high Z mic into it, or some sort of dynamic microphone into it, which would be better than the stock little tiny shit condenser that's built into it, most likely.
Yeah, Matt, that that art looks cool though. Oh, Jeff has one as well. I got another preamp that I've been using. The art is just hanging around. Oh, cool. Yeah, the art they're cheap too. So, coupe splitting. Okay, show at the Pinhook tonight. Peace. Nice, dude. Sorry, I think I must have missed some of these. Otis signed up. Awesome. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Jay, why do you have so many clone theories? Oda asks. Are you a Peter Hook fan?
No, I'm not. Actually, not in the slightest, even.
What were you saying? The Edge switch, the bass tone, the Joy Division bass tone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so many of them because I don't know. I really like them a lot. They're kind of weird, and
no two really sound the same.
No, they don't. And I was sort of on a kick for a while, and I kept finding them for like relatively cheap, so I kept buying them. And at one point I had one of every version that they made.
Really? Like what? Like screened or
screen versions and chip versions?
Chip versions. Yeah.
There were four versions, four different versions.
That's crazy.
No, there were 5 versions. I didn't have one.
And what was you were using them, integrating them live, or you just kind of like the quirkiness of them, or?
I mean, I've always had one, at least one on my board live. I used to run 2. Stacking those up is fucking crazy though. I've done that quite a bit. I'm gonna send him this link. So Calvin, I'm about to send you a link here to what I'm talking about. If you want to get into doing like real easy cassette, not multi-track stuff, just to get some songs on the cassette straight up, I would check out something like this.
Giant Tree, did you see that Sylvia Massey used one of those little desktop cassette recorders to record drums, and that worked pretty well?
Yeah, I've seen that video.
I gotta check that one out.
There's a couple other people that have done that, yeah. There's a couple other people who have done similar experiments with putting the cassette machine in different places around the kit and inside of things around the kit. And,
Now, it's because obviously it's like overdriving the mic in there?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Some of them have automatic volume limit and auto gain and shit.
Oh, so it has like a limiter.
Some of them do.
That's cool.
But also, like, if you put a blanket over top of it, then that changes sort of the way that it works.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much to deaden the SPL to that little tiny microphone.
That's cool.
Although it also makes the sound much darker too.
She also put a Melvin's guitar through a pickle.
Yeah, and fucking cheese and a piece of cake and I forget what else. She's got all kinds of weird experiments.
Oh, Matt said the art is definitely an upgrade in sound compared to my PreSonus 2 Pre. I'm not even sure what that is. Is that like an interface? Or is that like a standalone unit?
What is it?
The PreSonus Tube Pre. I know PreSonus makes like Firewire. I had a PreSonus Firebox at one point. Yo, that's something that happened to me. That's so funny. I just thought of this when I was recording with one of my other bands. Like Firewire, I don't know if you guys have experienced this with Firewire or have experienced Firewire connections, but basically my friend, or my friend at the time, he put the Firewire wire in backwards into the fire port and it like fried the firebox.
How the hell would you put it in backwards?
I think he
It's
really,
keyed.
I think he jammed it in there because I was like, dude, like this thing was working fine. What happened? He's like,
They just about
I,
fucking fall
I can't
out.
get it to work. I was like, dude. It turned out he had put the fire wire in upside down or whatever. So
Huh.
yeah, I had to sell that thing at a big loss because I didn't know how to fix it, and I didn't know Jay at the time. And also, I mean, it was old tech Firewire at the time. At the time that happened, I had had it for years. But that's all I know about Personas. Sorry, I was going off on a tangent. Oh, Oda said they have the chorus and flanger V3. I don't know what V mine was. Do you know?
Wait, where are we at?
Clone Theory.
Clone Theory.
Do they all have chorus and flanger?
No.
That's like an earlier one, right?
No, the early one had the edge switch.
Oh, okay, that's the one I had.
The later ones have chorus and vibraflange are the two options instead of edge.
And now there's that other pedal that's like the same shape, right? But it was called something else. Or is that for? Oh, that's
It's
for.
different.
Oh, okay, that's the
It's
other
different.
one.
The Clone Theory was its own thing.
Clone Theory, and then what's the one Cobain always used?
Polychorus.
Polychorus, and there's like one that's like kind of polychorus, but it's like very rare. It's like polyflange, I think.
Well, polyflange, polychorus, and echo flange are all the same.
Oh, okay, that's what
the same
that's what-
guts.
That I got them mixed up.
Yeah, identical guts.
These are not new tricks, lol. Download 2 preamp, very basic and doesn't add much compression. Okay. Bobby Beretta. Hello, question. Are you to hook up a compressor to the Porta Studio, and so how? Thank you in advance. Yeah, I mean we were talking about doing that. Actually, Catface, who's a producer on the Patreon page, asked us to do a video about either like the flanger or hooking up outboard effects. So at some point, I think that's what you're asking, if we're gonna hook one up. But then you're saying is so how? Basically, you just hook it up through the effects send, like you would hook up an effects pedal. And
But if you do that, when you print it back, what you've actually done is processed parallel compression. Because your original track is still in the mix unadulterated, while wherever you printed off the effects send is now compressed.
That's true.
So that's actually two birds stoned at once. And,
That's a Rickyism, right?
that is Rickyism. That's why I got the camera.
Yeah. Well, how would you? I mean, I guess there's a couple different ways you could hook it up then, and depending on what your result wanted to be. I'd recommend getting that book. I think it's called "Using Your Portable Studio." I think Ian McClellan or something.
The problem with running it straight into the front end, though, is that in a lot of cases you're going to need to either use a shit ton of makeup gain to drive the signal hot enough on the output, which is going to increase your noise, or you need to put a preamp in front of the compressor to do it. So, yeah. I mean, there's no reason you can't do that, but if you use like a high Z mic, you might not have enough input sensitivity to properly peak that compressor and make it do its job, and then you're going to use the makeup gain knob on the backside, which is going to bring your noise floor up considerably. Task vamp compressor 4-track, yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, you really just need gain. But yeah, I mean, if you don't mind increased noise, I'm sure you could almost across the board just plug straight into it and get something out.
Yeah, this is that book I mentioned, by the way, Bobby. If you see it out there, Using Your Portable Studio, Peter McKeon. This is a cool book. It's very dense. It's like, I feel like it could have been like novel sized, but they made it like humongous. I think this is like probably from the 90s. But it's got some really cool ways to hook up compressors in the back. Way more than I know. I'm sure Jay knows all this stuff, but way more than I'm like able to explain here, I think. But a lot of different things about hooking up compressors in here in the back. But I think so. I don't know the effects send, or then you were saying like kind of patched into the.
Well, if you patch
signal?
it into the effects end, then you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna print it back as parallel compression.
Right.
So the original track will still be there at its full dynamic bandwidth, but what's coming back on that return will be a compressed version of it. You overlay the two to balance, and
right. You can
a
dial
million parallel
in your
compression
sound,
videos.
man. Yeah.
But the way to do it is to hook a preamp ahead of the compressor, use the compressor output to drive the input of the 4-track.
Right.
And that would be the most streamlined way to do it.
Cool.
I wouldn't trust plugging in the mic directly necessarily, but
It's by Peter McKeon, I believe. Let me throw it in there. You know what? I'll just find the link on Amazon so you could take a peep. I think you have to get them used. I don't think it's still in print, that book, but it's pretty awesome. It has a really in-depth discussion about oh, maybe it still is in stock. It has a really in-depth discussion about, oh, here's the used. Yeah, I would just get a used one because they're wicked cheap. Here's the link for Amazon US. I'm not sure if you're in the US or not, but I know we have some international viewers. I don't know if that will. I'm sure it'll work, but yeah, I would just look for it used because there's some listings on Amazon where it's like wicked expensive, and there's like plenty of used versions of the book floating around. I'm sure you could even get on eBay or something. It's a great book though, and one I come back to probably once a year at least, just like read through it. And there's a lot of, he calls them recipes in the back, which are
cookbook style. Yeah, the cookbook stuff was fun.
How to do stuff, so it's pretty fun.
Did you ever see like the keyboard cookbook and shit from like
No.
the 80s?
That sounds cool. I think that's probably, maybe that's where you got that from, like that.
There used to be like the beginning home studio cookbook or something. It was like a black and white thing. Had like a fucking 4-track reel to reel on the cover and stuff.
That's
I think it probably came out in about 1977. Craig Anderton probably wrote the fucking thing. He wrote like everything back then.
Yeah, of course, Bobby. Oh, Matt, I missed some of Matt's stuff he said. Well, what's it? So, Jay, you've taken these apart then? These tube preamp things?
Yeah.
Now, what's the big controversy about these though? Some people say they're not actually tube.
They're not. It's a starved plate design.
So, like, is the tube just a gimmick?
It's just creating distortion, a little bit of color. That's really it.
Well, yeah, because Matt was saying that he swapped out the tube,
Yep,
and
sure.
it changed the way it sounded.
Yeah, I mean, tube characteristics still exist regardless of the voltage that feeds them, but
right.
For a tube to realize its full tubey potential and have good clean headroom from noise floor to basically square wave peak, it's got to have a large plate voltage to make that swing.
Gotcha.
And that does not.
Right.
You know, if you're lucky, those things, some of them run 18 volts, and there's a voltage doubler, so you might have 36 volts on the plate. In a tube that in an average guitar amp is seeing, 180 to 250 volts on its plate.
Right. So it's not technically a true.
No.
Would it be like way more expensive?
It's a device of coloration.
Right.
That's a whole bunch of op amps that feed 2 tube sections and then feed a whole bunch more op amps to get the signal back out.
Right.
So you're not actually getting tube gain. You're getting a tube buffer inside that pedal that adds ever so much of a...
Just enough to call it a tube MV.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a fucking tube in it. You could take that tube out and put it in your champ and it would work.
Right.
It's a true tube, but
Right. That's not like where like 100, like obviously not 100% of the sound is not coming from that.
no. Oda, either email me directly, the operationaudio@gmail, or go in the Wizard's Cave, the section is called, and start a new topic there.
Yeah, in the forum.
Or you can private message me at the forum, but it's easier if you just email me. It comes right to the phone.
Yeah.
Operationaudio@gmail.com. .com. What is giving the compression? Diodes in the board. Well, I mean, the tube really is trying to clip the signal. It doesn't have the voltage to make a good, clean signal path. So there's clipping that's happening with every single, millivolt that goes through that tube. So really that's what's giving you the compression. I mean, the basics of compression are clipping. That's really the thing, Distortion is clipping, is compression.
Right.
So it doesn't use a diode clipper in the board, but you have a super cold running preamp tube that can't swing large signals. So if you feed that a lot, you get compression, and if you feed it a real lot, you get distortion. But it's just like what they do in like the Marshall valve states and like every fucking guitar amp that's a solid state piece of shit with a tube in it. And it's all the same stuff. You feed the tube enough voltage to make it pass signal, and you put it in the line. So yeah, you're really not getting compression, although they...
Yeah, I'm sure that R makes good stuff. I mean, PreSonus, I guess, makes good stuff too.
Well, in the one like the Tube MP with the compressor built into it, there's a limiter circuit inside that. That has nothing to do with the tube. I don't know if it's diodes or how they're doing it. I doubt it's VCA.
Where it says, okay, easy with coming through with the big questions. Easy. I just wanted to say too, that's cool that you have a secondary Firewire rig. Do you still use that at all? But Easy asked, where did Jay get his electronics background knowledge from?
From fucking with stuff, reading real old books, and
straight shooter.
Talking to people on forums and reading blog posts, and beyond that, all hands-on shit, man.
John's got some good suggestions for your first videos too. He says, it would be a cool video: compression for dummies and vocals, bass, and demo vocals, bass, and drums using whatever compressors you would use for each. Very confusing for me. I think compression is one of those things that is...
Yeah, there's some things you have to understand about compression and what it's going to mean to your final product. That's where people make mistakes with compression. You could put a compressor on everything. It wouldn't really matter. But if you compress the shit out of everything, then your mix will suffer exponentially. And the deeper you get into that mix, the deeper that rabbit hole goes, and the quicker you'll realize it. As a rule, I try to not print compression if I can help it. Sometimes if I have a real dynamic singer, I'll print real gentle compression, but I'm talking like, your threshold on like maybe like -10, and real gentle ratio like 2-to-1, maybe 3-to-1 tops, just a little bit. Fairly fast release, moderate attack, but compression on drums, I mean, if you run your attack way up, let's say, and you play with your release time, you actually can increase the apparent girth and low end of something like a kick drum just by adjusting the compression, no EQ required. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that can be done and had by, the use of compression.
We'll have to do some kind of series on that, though. I think those are always pretty popular videos for YouTube too.
John, the
or people want to see those a lot on YouTube.
Tom popped in, sick shirt, Mike.
Oh, cool. Hey, Tom, what's up? Yeah, thanks, my friend. Thank you for
Jeb,
screening these.
The whole thing with the glue style compression, like, if you want to fuck around with that, let's say in the box, put a limiter on assign all your drums to one bus, call it bus 1, that's your drum bus now. Put a limiter on that. Turn your output, maximum output headroom, whatever they call it on yours, turn that down to like maybe -5, let's say, and then turn the gain up. That's the glue. That's the smash it all together and make it sound like one, pumpy, smooth kind of, risotto kind of tone. I'm trying to think of like a food that's kind of gooey and just like fucking clumps together. Risotto. I'm actually not sure what risotto is. Isn't that just like overcooked rice?
Dude, I gotta have
like shit in it.
Beck make it for you. It's like special kind of a rice. I think it's arborio rice, and then it's like.
So it is rice cooked to almost like a gruel, but you put like vegetables
it's like
in it.
Simmered with wine and usually and water and.
Damn. That sounds
usually
like
put like cheese in it, or
that
you
sounds
put like
way above my pay
butternut
grade
squash.
right there.
It's really easy to make.
Yeah.
I'll have next time Beck's here, I will make it, man. She's the pro.
What's going on, Tom?
Tom.
So yeah, I brought Mike his shirt today, and
yeah, I changed it out. I was gonna wear the tape shirt today, but then I was like.
And for any of you guys that don't know, Suntour plays bass in Surmiser.
Yeah, it's Tom from.
I don't know how long he'll be chilling, but feel free to say what's up to Tom.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Thanks for coming through.
Side chaining. So Matt, side chaining is.
And then we got to get to Bobby's question because he asked some very.
We'll go back. What's Bobby's question?
He said, "Who are some of y'all favorite producers, engineers, tacos?" Go.
Oh man.
Jay.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Let's start. Let's work this one backwards. Some of my favorite tacos. All tacos.
Yeah, me too.
All tacos.
Any tacos.
Have you eaten tacos at the place in Red Hook?
No.
Bubby's Takeaway in Red Hook. That's some of the best fucking tacos you'll ever have in your life.
Really?
Like
okay.
legit, like pork and pineapple, pork and grilled pineapple tacos.
There's El Pastor, right? El Pastor.
There's all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But that's the pork. The stewed pork is El Pastor, right?
It's with the pineapple, I think.
Oh, is it? I don't know. They
It
just
might
call
be
it pork
like-
and pineapple tacos.
Yeah, I'm not sure that. I mean, maybe Bobby could tell us. It looks like he has a Texas logo, so I'm assuming maybe they're from Texas. Because when I was in Austin,
I was assuming so.
Austin had. I mean, obviously they have like the food truck culture there, and
Hey, I just got that email from Oda. All right.
cool.
Franklin. Which do you prefer?
Yeah, the Austin, Texas, I think had some of the best tacos I ever had. Obviously, we just looked at the Yelp reviews and we were like going around trying all of them. I forget what it was. It was like some food truck.
When I was in Austin, I was still using a BlackBerry. I couldn't even load fucking Google Maps on that thing.
Did they even have like you had like LT like a 1G or something?
No, it was I think it was 3G then.
Wow, dude,
But
that's crazy. Oh, San Antonio, awesome.
okay, so favorite producers.
I hope that covers the taco question.
Oh man, producers is a tough one. Engineers definitely like. Man, we talk about it a lot. It's hard
Well,
to
now producer
recount all this.
engineer is that two separate? Oh, I think
They're not mutually
I have some
exclusive.
I have
don't
some
think,
answers.
necessarily, but go ahead.
I think Rick Rubin, producer. I mean, he's done like I fucking love License to Ill, as probably you guys know. Way back when we did the Fall Song Challenge, and I made Making That Cheddar. That song was influenced by Rhymin' and Stealin' by the Beastie Boys off of License to Ill, and I don't know. I just think like that the early like Def Jam stuff, even the stuff that I'm always intrigued about what his story is about, his production, and it seems like he's like very not quite. Seems just like a chill dude, and has like really good ideas. And I've heard he doesn't really know too much about the technical side of stuff, which I think is interesting. But I just love License to Ill. I think that's such a great record, and the combination of like beats and like Slayer riffs
But you know
and
what?
like Black Sabbath riffs.
I seriously think if you're a producer and you've spent that kind of time in the studio and you don't know anything about the
Right.
technical side of things, you don't belong in a fucking studio. I don't care how good your records are.
Right. But it sounds like he's got the ideas though. I guess Jay doesn't like
maybe
Rick
so.
Rubin. I think that's what.
I don't dislike Rick Rubin.
Oh, okay.
I just dislike the mentality where like, you know, people have one singular job and that's it. Like, you should be learning every fucking thing you possibly can everywhere you go, and especially a guy like that, you have no excuse.
Right. I mean, he's
No
constantly
excuse.
in them. Yeah.
You could fucking call up any studio in the
that's
world
what
and be
makes
like,
it.
"Hey, yo, it's Rick Rubin.
Right.
You know,
I think
"Can
that's
come-
cool
come
though.
by today?"
I think that's cool that he's like kind of.
I think they should start being like, "Fuck you, Rick. You don't know how to run the API."
Right. I mean, the guy has good ideas though. You know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He should still know how to use shit.
It's kind of like what's his name?
It's kind of like knowing
Steve
a lot
Jobs though. He didn't know how to like code and do stuff from what I understand. He just knew like what he wanted to make. He had the other guy that was, you know, Steve Wozniak. That was the guy that was building the computers. You know.
I think it's like,
Takes two to tango. Takes two to tango.
I don't know. It'd be like knowing a shit ton about electrical engineering and electronics, but not knowing how to swing a soldering iron.
Right. I mean, I know.
It's like you must be fucking kidding me.
Right.
You can't be that guy. You can't be that guy.
So is this your subtle way of telling me to build my own damn pedals?
I'm not telling you anything. I'm just saying, like, yeah. Anyway,
a la
So,
Langua's good too. Yeah, I have tried. I have tried La Lengua tacos by accident. That's another story.
so I mean, everybody knows I like Albini and his sort of lack of production and shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
we always talk about that. But
Really quick, Jeb said that album sounds so fresh. Yeah, I'm assuming you mean License to Ill. That album is like it's almost like timeless. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Hello, Nasty. Yeah, awesome.
Tom bleached his jean jacket in the washer for another 30 minutes. All right, you have to send some pictures along of that. Don't forget to send that screen.
Wait, yeah, I gotta
Stephanie
see
tomorrow.
that. So what you're just adding bleach to a washing machine? That's crazy. I've never heard of that.
It's to like dull out the black denim a little bit.
But so it won't get like
so it won't get bleach spots in it.
Right, it won't be like complete. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So it doesn't wash out to total brown and white.
Yeah.
All right, so getting back to Matt, side chaining. Jay, what's up with that?
Oh wait, I have an engineer. Can I get an engineer
Okay,
really quick?
go ahead.
I'm a big fan of T-Shad Blake.
Shad Blake.
Chad Blake. I don't know how to pronounce his name,
I
but
don't know.
turned me on to the Sansamp stuff, and I gotta say, like that's some of my favorite stuff. That's the distortion I use now. Is the old Sansamp pedal.
I'll tell you an engineer producer I don't like.
Okay.
Chris Lord Alge.
Chris Lord Alge. So he's like I know the name. He's a pretty big.
He's a fucking jerk off.
But he's
Watch
like
his videos.
Okay.
He's like, cool, you got to do it like this. This is the only way you can do that. When I listen to a bass guitar, I listen to it and I say, you know, this bass guitar really needs like more 500. And if I cut that 500, I'm going to lose the whole bass guitar. So when you work with a bass guitar, make sure you always add 500. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
That's why all your mixes sound the same.
Well, there's no hard and fast rules for. I think that's right.
Well, that's the problem with dudes like that.
Yeah.
They will sell you hard and fast rules where none should exist.
Right.
No. No.
I gotta check that guy out because I feel like that
Watch
impression.
his videos. He
That
does,
impression was probably
mixed with the
spot
master
on.
sessions. Well, I think I put a little more New York in it than he actually
New York
is.
in there.
But you know,
Listen.
when you watch his videos, he looks like he should totally sound pretty much just like I did it.
I'm adding some 500 to the bass over here.
Listen to the bass. I'm like, the bass needs some 500, so I put some 500 in the bass. You never cut 500 from the bass. Jesus Christ.
We're gonna have to find a video of this guy.
Jesus. All right. So where was I? So can I talk about side chaining now?
Yes.
Okay. So side chaining. Matt, what do you want to know about side chaining? You can use the side chain for a lot of things.
Glenn Johns, is that?
The most common application modern day, I guess, for side chain would be to duck one signal around another. So let's say your bass guitar is running through your compressor and you like the bass nice and hot, but it's kind of stepping on the kick and you want that kick to pop through, so you could put the bass through, send the kick channel out of your interface into the sidechain input. And now what will happen is once that kick signal hits that sidechain input, that compressor will clamp. It'll suck the bass in for the preset, whatever time you have set, attack and release, and it will duck it around the kick drum. So, you know, you can also do frequency dependent things.
It's a good way to make your own de-esser, because they sell like de-esser plugins. It's like, buy the Chris Lord-Alage de-esser.
Algae, that's the fucking guy, yeah.
Well, it's like, what is that? Waves. Yeah, it's like, here's our de-esser plugin, only like $150, and it's like, well, if you just knew how to like sidechain.
Thanks for coming by, Nesta.
A compressor, you can make your own. Yeah, that's awesome, Nesta. Thank you so much for coming through.
So yeah,
we will keep it going.
I think
yeah, television, man.
I was here. Sidechain will make your beat-oriented track pump. Yeah. I did a bunch of sidechain stuff on the tracks I mixed for Jeb, actually. If you got a baseline, that's going, and like I said, you want it to interact differently with the kick drum. If you need the kick to poke out more, or I don't know, however you want to set it up. But in Jeb's tracks, that's what I was playing with, was ducking the bass guitar around the kick, and especially playing with the release time in that case. Yeah, it's good for separation, but it also, it's like in the EDM stuff, the modern techno dance music shit, when those guys are playing around with that, it's very common to sidechain together, like a pad synth, or a bass line, or whatever they're doing, a frequency generator, and you duck that with the kick beats, or however you want to do it. But yeah. All right, awesome, Tom.
Yeah, Tom's.
But yeah, read about, if you want to know more about sidechain, read about how ducking works, because that is one of the biggest key uses for the sidechain, especially in modern compositions. Some compressors also have a sidechain out that you can link. You can cross-link two compressors and make one dance around the other one, and there's a whole bunch of different.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do with them. Yeah.
But yeah, the basics.
I don't really understand it all myself, so.
Well,
Jay's definitely the guy to ask.
The other thing you can do is, if you want to do like a DS thing, and you could take that vocal track and feed it through the compressor, I guess, basically. Send it through an EQ, really accentuate the S's, and feed that to the sidechain, so that every time one of those high
that's what I was saying. Yeah,
high transients hits, it ducks it.
Make your own de-esser.
Yeah,
we should do a video on that. Build your own de-esser with just a stock plugin with sidechain compression. Yeah, because you can really figure out, like, okay. Well, I feel like that's the whole thing with the de-esser plugin is. It's just
most de-esser plugins are. They're essentially a multi-band compression filter that seeks to lop off everything above about 6K.
Right. So it's like when you sidechain it, make your own. You can really
you can dial it better.
Dial in your sound, man.
When does the road trip begin? What road trip is that, Bobby?
Is that 50 songs, 50 states, 1/4 track?
No.
I told you about that?
No.
Oh, yeah. So I made a video when I got back called 50 songs, 50 states, 1/4 track. I'm gonna make a song in each state with the 4-track.
When are you leaving to do that?
Well, it's a multi-year project. I just announced my intention to do it because there's no way I could do it in one shot. But I was thinking, if we're going to NobCon in Chi-Town.
Well, I kind of thought we were, since we have accomplished our.
Yeah, we actually So we're going to go to Chi-Town for NobCon, and we'll hopefully knock out some of them that way. Hopefully to New England one weekend or in a couple days. Like, that should be pretty easy. I was talking about it with David and a couple people in the video, the comments, and I want to just do, I don't know, I don't know, I'm not really sure like what the project is going to be about, but
you could go to Montreal and visit DBO.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
But
David,
that's not really a state.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was thinking too.
50 states, 2 countries, 1 4-track. Oh,
that would be good. But yeah, I was thinking like obviously 48 states because like Hawaii and Alaska. I don't know how that would happen unless I smuggled a port O2 on the plane.
John, what the de-esser plugin
Let's
tends to
assume.
do is accentuate those S's and P's, and then there's a multi-band compressor that's looking at that high frequency range, and it's looking to smash those emphasized, sibilants and plosives and stuff. But the de-esser really is for mostly for the
Yeah.
shit, not the P's, the plosives and stuff. Those you can fix sometimes with compression, or a pop filter. Uh, but yeah, what it really does is that if you set it too extreme, it'll multi-band compress the top basically right out of the track, and you'll end up with just this muddy, woolly fucking thing that kind of sounds like somebody talking to you through,
Yeah.
through a bed of
Because as
fucking
you lose some
down
of the
comforter.
sibilants, you're losing some of that high end
Which is
information.
why doing it with a side chain or doing it out of the box with a side chained physical compressor works out really good.
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
The
yeah.
other thing that works really good if you have tricky ones that are consistent across the song is a very, very tight Q EQ. You just sweep it and find it and set the
Mm.
notch super tight and then
Yeah.
dip it hard. Um,
Yeah.
doing
If you
that
can pinpoint what's causing the sibilants,
when I
yeah.
did that Globe Lamp record, that's how I de-essed all those vocals because it's way too gentle and intimate to have a de-esser fucking clamping all over the record.
Right. It's
So
like very soft, right?
that's literally done with a whole lot of very specific EQ.
Cool.
KnobCon sounds like a male porn star convention. No, that's not what it is.
You
Knob
you wish, man.
no, KnobCon is a synthesizer convention of sorts in Chicago
Yeah. It's kind
or
of
right around Chicago,
it's like they say Chicagoland. I never heard that terminology
the
before.
Chicagoland area.
Chicagoland. I don't, is that like
That
the
means it's around Chicago,
Okay, yeah.
basically.
Because it said like it's in Chicagoland, USA. Oh wait, there was a question earlier about the difference
Bobby,
between
NAC is the company that's still making blanks
yeah,
if, for Type 2s. I don't know that Maxell is making anything. I haven't heard that.
yeah, yeah, and National Audio Company out of
Is it Minnesota or some shit?
something like that. I can't. Oh man, I think it's is it Missouri maybe? I don't. I should know this since we partnered on those giveaway videos. And I was thinking that would be
Oh, Matt got the link.
thank you,
Nice.
Matt. That would be a great place to visit on the 50 States, 50 Songs project. I could maybe write it at the factory.
Straight up just sit in their lobby in track one.
Yeah. But somebody who's asking questions, the difference between regular tapes and Type 2, I hope that somebody answered their question. If not, uh, well, I don't know.
John,
You can answer it
subtractive
now.
EQ for cutting out ugly sounds.
Let's see now.
Used with a combination of additive EQ isn't necessarily boosting the frequencies, but I mean, if you cut out, let's say you cut out like 350, 5 dB at 350 at a medium Q, then you wouldn't want to enable another plugin right below it that's, you know, boosting 350 6 dB at a medium Q. You're just sort of like working against yourself and going back to square one where you just started. So subtractive EQ is how you sort of flatten things out. If you have squawk or boxy sounds or weird shit, you're using subtractive to get rid of that stuff usually. Additive EQ comes in when if you're looking for just that little bit of extra oomph out of a kick drum or a little bit more attack out of something, that's where the additive comes in. Just little gentle boosts of very specific frequencies, and almost never will that overlap with anything you've subtracted already.
Yeah, I bumped the Knobcon link so you guys can check out the porn star. I mean the synthesizer convention. But we're going to be heading out there
Yeah.
in September.
Well,
So
the whole thing with Glyn Johns, and especially like that Glyn Johns slash recorder man mic technique with the drum kit and stuff, and also with the way that Albini tracks too. I mean, it's all sort of the same.
yeah, I got
Those
a point to make about this too.
those guys don't use much or any, or didn't or don't use much or any at all EQ on the front end, because they're working those mic placements by listening to the source. If you have a good source in a good room and you've listened and figured out exactly where that mic should be, the amount of EQ actually required to get that signal flat to work in a mix should be minimal. You know, some of it is EQ that's coming from the mics and preamps. I mean, mic choice has a lot to do with the tonal spectrum of what's captured from a source. If you wanted a bitey, like super brittle, in your face top end out of an electric guitar, you wouldn't go with like a vintage RCA ribbon. It's just that's
The
not
darker,
not gonna be it. It's gonna be a silky top end. If you want crispy and crunchy bright, you're going for a condenser. You know.
So it's a way of mixing your track before you're even
Well, I
recording.
mean, mic choice, mic placement. A lot of times, like Albini, he
I think
tends to
that's
not like a lot of outboard preamps, and he's said in many interviews before that he would rather have a mostly working console, even if it's a console he doesn't like. He'd rather have the signals running through that than running through 10 racks of outboard shit all scattered around. He uses a desk, usually with the EQs bypassed, and he uses it basically as a control surface because that's the workflow he's used to. But yeah, I mean, I think basically with that
Yeah.
said, his logic is that the mic choice and the mic placement has way more to do with the quality of the signal than the preamp or even the method of capture. Although Albini is adamant about using only tape, even he will tell you that the difference between tape and digital is not nearly as vast as certain marketing people would like to lead you to believe. So, and I think the quote is something like, the difference between tape and digital is smaller than the difference between moving the snare mic 1 inch away from the sweet spot.
Hmm.
I think that's the way it's put, or something like that. It's a clever thing if you think about it. If you had a sweet spot, the mic on a sweet spot of a drum, and you moved it 1 inch that way, now it sucks.
Yeah.
Right? So if you kept that there, it wouldn't matter if you went to digital or tape. But the difference between here and here is much more vast than this versus this.
Right. Interesting.
Perplexing, right?
Yeah, I mean that sounds exactly like my guess is what Mr. Albini would say. But yeah, that's a good point, Judd. You kind of answered your own question there. I think the EQ is coming from mics and preamps, and that's pretty much what that was what I was gonna say. That's basically what Jay said too.
But when it comes to preamps too, I mean the things that, I mean, let's be honest.
That's deep.
Yeah, but let's be honest about preamps for just a minute. Let's look at consoles. Let's look at high end and low end and mid grade consoles. It's either tube, discrete op amp, or op amp, right? But once you get past those small bits of variables, everybody's building the same shit. So coupling cap choices, transformer choices, input and output, and the way that the gain is structured is what decides the tone of that preamp. But I think you should run what you've got and not get too caught up on that. It's way more important to understand the difference between types of mics and how mic placement works. If all you have is the input of a Persona's Firebox or Firepod or whatever, yeah. Yeah, easy. I mean,
That's a
put
good
two
point.
mics on a guitar amp, one dull, one bright. There's your
There's
EQ.
EQ.
But what people also don't realize is that if you play with, let's say you had two SM57s and you put them on the same cone of a guitar cabinet. Now, let's say you wanted to change the way that that sounded without touching the guitar head. If you slide one of those mics slightly in or out from the other one and change the phase correlation between the two, you've also just affected the EQ of that signal. That's a fact. And when you do things like that in the box, like if you flip gain on two identical sources, something disappears. That's because it's a direct cancellation.
Right.
But if they're not totally, if they're not 180 out, if it's only a couple degrees of separation,
Oh, that's what I did on the Surmiser tracks.
Then space changes.
That's what I did on Jen's drums. That's how I got the sound of when we recorded at my place.
Yeah.
The way I used kind of creative phase cancellation to get the sound on those that I was looking for.
Well, this guy I've been working on bass and drum tracks with, Anton. I'm actually gonna figure out how the hell I link this.
Bobby said, "Sounds great. He must be doing something right." Yeah, hell yeah.
Check this out.
I'm assuming that's meaning Albini, of course.
Yeah. So I've been working with this guy, and this is just a very rough mix, but he built a thing out of it anyway. If you go there, it should take you to this guy Anton's.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of ribbons too, Bobby.
Yeah, so this is a song we've been working on that uses. Wow, that's all fucking garbled now. What the hell?
It's very, it sounds like Napster, circa 2000.
That's fucked up because I was just listening to this before and it didn't sound like that.
That's sick. It sounds like
But that bass tone is all about that.
It's not Kazaa light.
What's that?
No, Bobby was making a joke. He said, "Is it on Kazaa light?" Because we were saying it's like Napster.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. Yeah.
Did you got any of you guys try to open that? Did it come out the same way?
Did anybody try to open that one? Let's say we could probably pipe you.
Open that one.
Oh Jesus! Here we go with the fucking delay back.
We're gonna be in outer space. I can hook up. We could hook it up directly into this. I just have to turn the mic off. See, that's the other thing I wanted to do is like.
Don't even fuck with it. It's fine.
But that's what I wanted to be able to do though. Was what I was trying to do with the Tascam. You could see here. I was saying earlier. I wanted to be able to do stuff like that. If we wanted to play a track, pipe it into there. Okay, track 3. Let's channel 3. Let's listen to this track.
Easy. I used to do that on open back guitar combos a lot. Flipping the phase. That comes from, I learned that one actually from, what the fuck's that guy's name? He used to play guitar on the fastbacks.
I don't know.
Kurt, is it Kurt Block?
How's that project going, man? I'm like super intrigued by everything that's going on with that. Like every time I hear the tracks from that, I'm like, whoa, this is.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
It's going well. We're working on.
Matt said it's sounding flanging.
So something's up with the playback off of that link. Yeah, Kurt Block.
Tom to the rescue.
Yeah, Kurt Block. I read an interview with him a bunch of years ago. That was he was basically talking about that.
Oh, Jay, I just remembered a thing we did today that we should tell everybody about.
I'm going to try to copy that one more time and drop that in and see if it works. Yeah. I don't understand why it sounds like that because on my phone, if I go right to the...
Maybe it needs to like buffer or something?
I don't know.
It sounds like
on the Facebook page... on the Facebook page through the phone, straight to Facebook.
Yeah, Anton, I can't wait for that album or EP, whatever it's gonna be.
He's also really into the Surmiser stuff too.
Cool.
So that's cool. He's come to the last couple of shows.
Nice, man.
And,
we got some dogs barking outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
and that he made a little video for that song, but that song is still, like I said, that's just a rough mix. It doesn't even have guitars on it or anything yet. It's just the bass, and
Tom said it sounds good in headphones.
that's a RB800 through Tom's 410 with a D112 on one speaker and SM57 on the other, and a DI blend with the 3 adjusted for phase. Does it sound flangey on there too?
Yeah, it does. It sounds like something happened with the quality, like the conversion of it or something.
That's fucking weird. Because on the phone it doesn't do that.
Weird. Sounds like there's almost like too much information. Sounds okay there.
That's very weird.
Weird. I was gonna. Oh, I wanted to just make a quick note. I just remembered this before I forget.
Fuck.
Jay and I, when we were chowing down some pizza afterwards, we ordered the enclosures for the Tascam preamps. So as an update to what's going on with that, yeah, something got uploaded weird about that. Yeah, easy. That's what I was trying to do. That's why I had this out. So like I'll explain to you in a second like what happened with it. Basically, like right now I'm going from the thing we talked about a couple weeks ago. There's like this adapter type thing. I got like a cheap one off Amazon, and it tricks the phone into thinking that it's getting a mic signal or whatever because it's like a TRRS connection, and so it's a mono signal. And I was trying to connect that. I ordered some stuff while I was on vacation and had it sent here so that I could mess with it when we got back. And today I was messing around with the Tascam. I wanted to use the 424 as the mixing deck for the audio for the
I'll be right back.
Podcast. I mean, for the channel. Because eventually it would be cool to put that audio into a podcast. But, all right, Jay, we'll see you in a minute. So I don't know. I was getting a lot of noise issues using the 424. I think it has something to do with the RCA cable I have. I don't know if it's bunk or what. It tested out okay with the Behringer, but it's just super noisy. I don't know if that's just inherent from going from a balanced signal to an unbalanced RCA, because the connector I have is XLR. So yeah, I'm trying to figure that out easy because that's what I wanted to do too, was be able to pipe in either intro music or stuff like that if we pull something up, or stuff we pull up on the computer, and just play it through directly into the phone through the mixer so that we can do exactly what you're saying, and you can hear that and have it not be the quality. Because I was listening back to some of the quality of the other podcasts or the live streams, and I don't know, just I'm not content with the way that it's going, especially for a music audio related channel. I think we need to step up the game a little bit. So anyway, that's why I would like to do that too, easy. So I'm currently working on a situation for that. But yeah, what I was saying was really quick. We ordered the enclosures for the Tascam preamps. So just as an update to you guys, I'll update the channel soonish, or update the Kickstarter. But as a special sneak peek, we just literally did this before we started the stream. So we're moving. Things are happening with the project, which is really exciting. Okay, so but yeah, so if you ordered one of those, they're coming up. We have a couple extras we should have. So because I just got an email from one of the backers and they're asking, so I figured, hey, perfect way to segue into what's going on with that and keep everybody updated who is eagerly awaiting their Tascam.
My bad, y'all.
Oh, it's all good. John said, "Can I send you guys a clip of this thing I'm trying to submix before I add the vocals, and you tell me where it's not working? I've been learning." Yeah, sure, dude.
Yeah.
Send it away. You got our emails. Hit us up. All fancy. Yeah, we're trying to go all fancy. Groovy, can't wait to get. Yep, we got the numbers. I wrote those all down in the book. You should have bought the Behringer I keep harping on about. Yeah, I think I should have, easy. The only thing is, I don't know if you can hook that up. What's that?
What should you have bought that for?
Oh, the audio and doing stuff. You know, I thought this was going to be a good solution too, easy. Mainly because the one that you sent was a USB interface, and right now I'm using my phone, so I don't know if I don't know if they make a USB to Lightning. I guess they do.
It'd have to be backwards though.
Yeah. Or Lightning, yeah. Because the only thing with the RCA one that you sent, easy, is like I don't know if I can hook that up to the phone. Because what I figured out is like the best quality picture that we've gotten is through the phone. You know.
I don't know. I mean, I thought the computer the couple times we've done that looked fine. But...
That was all right.
Yeah.
Because the phone streams in 720, so like.
Matt, what's weird about that is the upload works when I go into the Facebook app and look at that link, but when I link through it from YouTube, like the YouTube redirect, then it sounds all flangy and fucked up. So I don't know how else to do that. Very weird.
Yo, thanks, Easy. Yeah, I've been trying to. I really wanted to improve that. It was something I was thinking about on my vacation a little bit. As much as I was trying to unplug from everything, I was thinking about that, and yeah, I just want to make sure that. I don't know. I mean, obviously, like the audio, I think is what counts with this because it's mostly. I mean, unless you really enjoy watching us laugh at each other, but and Capro jumping around, but I don't know. I just wanted to step it up a little bit. I don't know. That's why, and I figured, hey, I have these great mixers, I have these great 4-tracks, which is the origins of the channel. Why not try to use the mixer? And I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure that most people who are live streaming or podcasting are not doing it with a AKG 442.
I know it's probably overkill.
I mean,
it's the only condenser I have at the moment.
Right.
And ironically, I sold the Shure SM7B. That's gone. Which usually what happens to me, I sell something and then I'm like, fuck. But yeah, I got this thing. I got a good deal on it, so I got it with the UA stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's awesome. I was actually thinking about moving this along too. I'm not really a big condenser guy, but I think for the Dave Letterman setup, it seems to work pretty good.
I forget what Letterman's mic was though.
I don't know. Well, so I think Will was saying that. He's like, "What is this, David Letterman?" And Tim's desk is a big improvement too. I don't know how he'll feel about me running
is that
over.
IKEA?
This is some no-name Amazon thing. I mean, literally, you could just get these type of legs and just use a piece of wood.
Well, those legs are what made me wonder if that was maybe IKEA.
Okay. I think it's just some Amazon.
Those are Kudelnorf.
Are they?
Kudelnorf.
Is that the name?
Yes.
I think they came with the table.
They're in aisle 3000, section 7B.
Yeah, well, that's what
shelf 1A, 7.
What section is it?
3S. So basically, if it was Bed Bath & Beyond, it'd be in the back of Beyond.
I mean, that's what I think is cool. You can make your own table, but this thing's pretty light.
Yeah.
I just think it's a cool solution for this. I feel like we never have enough room.
I don't think Beck's gonna be all about it.
Well, no, I mean, Beck's not here, so we kind of went a little all out tonight. But so far, so good. I think if there was a way to split, maybe get an XLR splitter, and so we could have a couple different, because then maybe we can just hook up.
You can't because you're running Phantom.
Oh, okay.
You need to isolate that DC voltage from whatever else you're gonna plug into it.
Output, yeah.
Best way to do it would be to have a small pad mixer there instead.
I might just have to get a different mixer. I don't know, or maybe it's the cable that I have. I bought this unbalanced. It's unbalanced to balanced RCA male to XLR male, and it's just noisy as all hell. So I was like, this is not gonna. We can't use that. I don't know if the cable's bum. It tests that okay.
Did they tie pins 1 and 3 together in the XLR?
I don't know. It's actually right here. This cable. See, I was gonna get this. This is what I had. This is my original plan that I brainstormed when I was away. Was because the mic going into the phone is like an XLR to TRRS, and then I got this guy mono price, cheap. You know, it's like $6 or something. It's an XLR to RCA.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just noisy as all fuck. Because this is what I was doing, was hooking this up to going into the phone, and then that was going into the mixer. I had the mono line out on mono.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh shit, now we can patch in whatever we want on the task cam over here. And lo and behold, I tried this out. Luckily, I tried this out before we went live. And when I got home, and it was like, oh my god, it was like unlistenable. So I don't know if this...
Yeah, I'd be curious how they terminated that.
So what do you think we could just... Oh, we could probably open this up right now, right?
Maybe.
There's these screws on it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they didn't just goo the shit out of the end of it like they did inside the RCA.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed because I was like super looking forward to it. I guess I'll have to get a pad mixer or something. Because Easy, well, I think that is cool, that RCA one you sent. Because I'm streaming on the phone, and I've kind of decided that that's what I want to use. Like, I don't know if I'll have to look into the lightning adapter. I think that'll fit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do over here, is just up the quality a bit. And especially, like I said, because we're a audio music channel, so it's kind of like, bro, how can you call yourself an audio music channel if the audio is subpar? But I mean, you guys don't seem to care, so. But I want to make it as good as it can be. You know, that's how I roll. And it's a learning process. So, that's not a that won't get picked up, right?
What?
Copyright.
Jeb's in it.
Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure your track wasn't on. We kept getting these copyright notices with some stuff. I hope this isn't really loud in the thing. About like certain song, we had to play that Slave song at one point. Even the Be Cool Cowboy stuff is getting picked up, which I guess is good. I think Capro is getting hungry. Did you just hear him? He was like meowing in the mic. That sounds great, Jeb.
Yeah, I think overall that sounds really good.
What was your question? What was his question about it?
So he's been trying to learn more about mixing. Here's a mix he did today. Trying to
Oh, I think I see what the problem is already.
Trying to use and learn more about compression. It's also the first time we used a real drummer, and we used 7 mics. It's pretty confusing to mix.
Yo.
What?
Is it because that wire is like touching the outside? Is it the ground?
No, it should be.
Oh, it should be like that?
Yeah.
Seems like there's a couple loose, or
Yeah.
a couple stray wire there.
Shouldn't matter.
I'm wondering if it's just the type of connection, like RCA.
Well,
to
I'm
XLR.
curious what they
Want me to take that other part out?
So they have you got 3 pins in the XLR, a hot, a cold, and the ground or shield, depending on how your terminology works.
Streaming is weird, Easy. Like I know, I guess I know exactly what you mean. It's as you say, it's a pet peeve. Because I agree. Like I don't want to not put over across good quality audio. I think there's like a weird. I think there is, but there's a weird loss of quality too across streaming because it's very CPU intensive. So like, I think YouTube and Twitch and depending on your streaming settings or like even just like your Wi-Fi quality, because I feel like we've run into that a lot at Jay's studio where the audio will be okay but the picture won't. But I guess what I'm saying is like it seems like there's a loss of audio quality, even like this through how we're doing it now. Um, I feel like even if we did it through like the UA or something, which I was also trying to do, which is a whole nother story that I'm going to get into. What I'm trying to say is when you're streaming, I think that the audio quality is automatically lessened or diminished because of the limitations of streaming as a platform. And like, I don't have the greatest stuff.
The limitation comes from the bandwidth limitation.
That's what I mean. Like,
they're only going to let you upload and download so much so
that's
fast.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
That huge mess of a.
So it's lost in the dither basically.
Yeah.
In the
That's what I think it is. Like even the video quality.
The ethers of the internet, man.
Though this looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know if you guys changed the settings. You changed the quality to 720. It looks a lot better. But
I think the connection issue is how they terminated that RCA. Personally, I would bet that the cold and the shield are tied together in the RCA.
Do you think we could fix that?
Probably.
Because I don't think it'll be worth it.
I would need to put the ohm meter on that and figure it out because they gooed the RCA end. So.
Do you think it's like just trash at this point, or will it be? Because like
you could probably modify it.
Like, but I mean, like the goo aspect that won't like destroy it.
Just don't fuck with the RCA. You make your changes at the XLR instead.
Or couldn't you just cut the XLR and put a new one on? Or
no? Why?
Well, if that one's really gooed up.
No, they fill them so that they can't touch anything. You can't cut through this though. It's like fucking. It goes in as liquid plastic basically. It's like a resin kind of shit.
So you're saying we have to make some kind of change on that?
Yeah, make the change down there. But I need an ohm meter to see what they tied together.
Okay. Here. Would you mind taking that back with you?
Could, yeah.
To the Bow Hemisphere.
Let me finish this up with Jeb though.
Yeah, sure. Congrats on 1,424 subs. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I was thinking about doing something special for that.
So Jeb said he used a real drummer, used 7 mics. Kind of confusing to mix. Took my advice, hard pan the overheads. Sound pretty cool.
Yo, fans.
I don't think you cooked it with EQ or compression. I mean, I have to listen to it on something better than my phone, but just what I'm hearing overall, it
sounded cool, yeah.
I think it sounds good.
But yeah, obviously we're listening to it.
I think I would look at your overhead mics and see if you have something a little extra boosted up around like the 10, 12K area, because there's like some super high information there that might be a little bitey. But I think overall it doesn't really sound smashed to death to me. I mean, even on this shitty phone speaker, I'm very well used to what that sounds like. But yeah, I mean, I think for a first up with a multi-mic drum mix, I think it sounds great. I really don't have any qualms with it myself.
Yeah, I'll take a peep.
But yeah, I'll listen to it in the car later, and Mike can run it through his monitors too.
See what if there's anything. I don't know. Just give you some feedback on it.
Bro's hungry.
Capro's hungry. He still has 36 minutes, so. Oh, Mike Valdez is getting in on the Kickstarter.
Oh, what you doing, bro? What you doing, bro? What? He seems very pleased.
Yeah, he's like purring his face off. Speaking to the mic. Aww. He likes it.
Could you hear him purr?
Yeah, you could.
Could you? That's too funny.
That's hilarious. He's like vibrating the whole thing.
So yeah, John, I mean, when you're learning to work with multi-mic setups, definitely having a good and consistent drummer is a handy thing to help you learn those lessons. So, really when you're setting up your image of a drum mix too, I mean, don't look at what the screen or the meters are telling you. Really, like, sit back in your monitor location or in your headphones or whatever and close your eyes and like just let the drums run and see if like the way that they're balanced sounds like they look in your mind. So if you were sitting behind a drum kit, leaning back, you know, like, does it sound in balance to the way that that kit actually looks? You know, or when the guy hits the rack tom, does it sound like it's like punching you in the face or like coming from behind your, you know, right ear somewhere? I mean, those are the things you gotta really watch out for. You kind of want to, you know, unless you're going for something extreme, you definitely want to make sure that the way the kit images is sort of natural and, you know, as organic as possible, at least until you get to the stage of, you know, chopping it up and sending it through effects and all kinds of other stuff. I mean, start with your overheads. If the perception is good there, then bring in your close mics and stuff, and that's about it.
Sounds like sage advice, as always, Jay.
Well, I mean, you really shouldn't be mixing with your eyes anyway.
I agree. That's why I like the 4-track a lot. It's like you get too wrapped up in the screen and what shit looks like.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to the move over to reel too.
Hell yeah. You're gonna go full into reel to reel?
Well, I mean, I got the board already, and now I got the 8-track, so I think it's gonna be a hard line separation. I don't think I'm gonna mix the two things in. Either you're coming over to make an 8-track record, or you're coming over to make a multi-track digital record, and not both.
Right.
Because that's really two separate experiences.
Blyett boy.
Ow.
You're right, dude?
Yeah.
Blyett boy came through. They said, hey there, not sure if you made a video on this, but I'm getting my first 4-track soon. Any tips on maintenance? I heard alcohol can be used to clean the heads. Yeah, actually I've done videos on all those. And
yeah, don't get alcohol in the pinch roller.
Matt's got some great suggestions, of course. As always. So let me find those videos. I think I made a playlist of them and I'll link it in the chat. But there's like over 100 videos, I think, on 4-track stuff. Yeah. So check out the playlist on the channel, but I'll try to find it really quickly. I gotta figure out a better way to organize some of the videos from the past year, because it seems like there's a lot of people have questions about certain stuff, and I don't know if it's just like it's hard to find them or they're not coming up in search. But I think I have a maintenance playlist here. Let me see if I could link you. Cleaning and fixing. This should be it. Let me see what videos are in here, because I have like a newer one. Oh yeah, this is perfect. How do I link? Is this the playlist? Oh wait, no, share it. Oops, I played it. Share. How do I share a playlist? Loop, no. Shuffle, no. Alright, I think this is it here. I don't know why there's not just like a simple share button. But yeah, if you look through the playlist, there's one. I'm going to link you to it really quick, Black Boy. Let's see. I hope that link works, but that's the link for the... Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that you were learning stuff from the channel. Thanks for coming to the stream. We stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And tonight we're going pretty late, so...
yeah, I think it's about time to wrap.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it. So... I don't know how to... BL Yat Boy. Yeah, so check out that playlist. I hope that link works. I'll just double check it. But yeah, if you have any questions about stuff like that, I've done like tons of videos on it. I would try to search through the playlists. I kind of tried to put all the videos in the channel in the playlists and just to group them together. But there's a bunch of different stuff on that one. I think the most pertinent one would be this last video is probably the more up-to-date one. I kind of did the other one when I first was doing YouTube, and I think it leaves some stuff to be desired. So you might come across that one in the playlist, but for just cleaning, here's this one. That one's pretty solid. That's on the 414, but the same stuff applies. And everything Matt said is 100% on point. So,
And as far as the demag, if you really want to get into demagnetizing, it's a good idea periodically. But if you really want to do it religiously, the hand demag is on eBay. They make a long and a short version. It's about $100. Plugs in, comes with the directions and the whole shit. Seems to be just about the only safe way to do it.
Cool.
So if you're interested, look that up. Hand, Hand mag. Hand D mag.
Nice. Handy
It's
mag.
a little red fucking thing with a wire coming out and like a little hook on it. And the hook is the D mag part.
Oh, I think I have that one.
You have one of those?
I don't think it was $100 though. It must not be the same.
Maybe it is. Maybe you
Like
got
a
an old
long
one.
Yeah.
Was it used?
No, it wasn't. I think it was like. Well, it seemed like it was new old stock. So.
Could be. They're about $100 brand new. John, Jeb, I thought you were around when we were talking about that, but maybe not. Somebody gave me a Tascam 38 half-inch 8-track. So I'm gearing up on the refurb of that thing to incorporate it into my studio, as it were. I actually have a small backlog of sessions waiting on that machine, which was a mistake. But
hey, it's never a bad thing though.
it's a bad thing.
I'm not even listening to anything. I've been using these headphones to monitor the audio. It's the only way I could figure out how to do it right now. But yeah, man, I think that's cool that you have people waiting to do that. That means
yeah, but that just puts on the pressure, man.
Yeah, dude.
I don't need that kind of pressure, man.
Do it up, man. But yeah, we got this Fostex too. David sent it to the channel,
Yep.
so he wants to see some comparison videos.
And this Fostex is a 1/4-inch 8-track. So it'll be very interesting to hear like comparison
We have a
between
lot of different
Fostex
ones.
and
Yeah.
Fostex 1/4 and Tascam half. Fuck.
It's fucking sick. You're right, man. You need some drink?
I got something to drink.
All
It's
right.
just that time of night where everything starts coughing.
Guys, we're going to be wrapping up. Well, it's glad to be back, Jay. Thank you so much for keeping the stream alive.
I sort of kept some of them entertained for the time you're going anyway.
Cool, man. I've been super busy the last couple of weeks since haven't really missed you. Oh, it's all good, Jeb. I feel like everybody comes back around. Some of the task fam's been a little MIA, but it seems like everybody comes back through once in a while, so that's always good to see you guys. And yeah, I'm excited to listen to that track, Jeb. So Easy, Matt, all you guys. Will was coming through. Bobby, we got some new faces. Nesta, Oda.
Oda, I'll hit you up on that.
T-Boy.
I'll hit you back in that email shortly.
Yeah, so I'm ready to start sending random gear your way. All right, Matt, we're game.
Jeb.
Let's do it. Yeah, virtual hugs to the family. Let's do it. Guys, well, my people, good to see you guys. Glad to be back. Hope you're digging the new setup. We got let's try to make it a little bit better each time, so. Well, we're going to call it. Godspeed, my friends. Don't forget to do something you want to do today. Oh, wait, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you nerd. And do something you want to do today, all right?
And tomorrow and every day after
In
that.
perpetuity.
Until we see you again next time. Neighbor.
Hell yeah. And Friday, I think I had made an unboxing video of the Fostex, so you guys probably got a sneak peek of what's going on with that, which is cool. We kind of just went improv style with this one.
Fostex Model 80. Mike, what's up with that?
Yo, what's up with that?
What's up with that?
What's up
What
with
is
that?
up with that?
So we're gonna see if we can get this thing working and make some cool videos about it. So,
If
all right,
anybody's
guys.
got a test reel they want to send.
Yeah, somebody's got a test reel. But yeah, so guys, thank you so much. The TaskFam Kickstarter pedals are
Underway.
Yeah, underway. We ordered the enclosures, so we should have them in about 3 weeks.
Underway? Underwear? I just made you say underwear.
On that note,
Peace out, family.
peace out. Good hanging with you guys. Good to see all you guys, and we'll see you next week, 7 p.m.
And now you got to go to the phone to make it stop streaming, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, Jay. He knows how to do it now, folks. I feel like Kevin